episode 3 of this craziness that is happening. Can you guys believe it? It's already episode 3?
Crazy.
Precious.
Time flies when you don't have any idea what time is.
This is true.
The perception of time is skewed.
Also, wild magic also skews perception of time.
This is true. Wild magic does. So if you don't know what we're doing here today or what SVK4KIDS is and you're a first-time viewer of this show or this channel or whatever it may be for you, whether you're finding this on YouTube or Twitch at the current time, we basically volunteer time to play D&D, but there is a caveat. You, as a viewer, can change the way things happen. This only happens during the live show, but if you do donate while it's offline, I will get everything prepped for what's going to happen later. But over here on the right hand side, above our wonderful Paladin Hulk up there, exclamation point St Jude in the chat in Twitch provides you with information or a place where you can donate, and it should take you straight to the rewards page. Each of them have different things that you can do. So for $5 you can give someone an inspiration. Make sure you leave in the comments. Oh, I forgot to change that so the question isn't there anymore. Dang, I knew I forgot something. I had all this time and I was just chatting with them about sushi and like trying to eat my food. I could have been doing that. But leave it in the comments. Let us know which person you're donating it to. And then of course, you can do $10 for a natty 1 or natty 20. Make sure you tell me which one it is and who you'd like to send it to. For $15, wild magic. And that means they have to roll a 1d 10,000. So we don't know what will happen. They could turn into a map. They could... What happened last episode?
Immunity to wild magic.
Cavanus is just immune, so I implore you to continue to try to get him with the wild magic, because he has yet... Every single time it happens, it's like... It's something...
And I made someone immune.
Or
it doesn't affect him directly, it's just everyone around him.
Oh my gosh. And then of course $20 is a magic item. I have a whole slew of magic items prepared. I have lots. So if you bring one into the fray of things, then who knows what will happen or what kind of goodies they'll have. Make sure you let me know who you'd like the magic item to go to. And then of course $30 is a threat. Something dangerous will happen and it will probably try to murder them. That's fun.
The threat is getting out of the bathtub.
Oh my gosh. If any of them are in the bathroom, please send a
I've
threat.
fallen and I can't get up.
They're like in the bathroom and something comes out of the toilet.
Yeah, no.
If you
like my worst nightmare.
if you have the alert feat and you fall, does that work like life alert?
I'd maybe allow it.
I have the alert feat, so if something happens.
Oh my gosh. I should probably bring up the thing so that I don't miss donations, but I think it should just notify me on here, so we should be good. But
You
yeah,
just hear thud, you're like, it's Mortimer.
He's fallen and he can't get up.
that is the best way to promote and help the stream is to do that. But of course, if you don't have any money to donate, we understand. Not everyone can afford that. We are, of course, donating for the kids at St. Jude because they are... So what St. Jude does is amazing. No kid pays for any of their treatment. No family member has to pay for anything. They pay for all their food, the stay, the location. If they have a pet that's at home, they make sure that that pet is taken care of. All they want their children to worry about is... or the families to worry about is taking care of the child. And I think that that's so important, and that if I were to have a child, I would want that opportunity to be available to me. And of course they share all of their research. They don't only just work on cancer research, they also work on viruses and other such things, and they share their research because they don't have to hold their research for money purposes. They can actually just share it with others, which I think is amazing and lovely, and it just helps us as a world do better things for other people. So if you want to help in a non-monetary way, make sure you hit that follow button or hit subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss out on any notifications. And of course, retweet the tweet. If you do exclamation point retweet in the chat on Twitch, that's our little Twitter tweet. And of course on Facebook, I post over there as well. So I think that's all I got for like the intro spiel. We're gonna go around the spaceships, and this time we're gonna go like not the way that I normally go. We're gonna go this way, that way. We're gonna go to Paladin Hulk first. Mostly because I hear he has prepared an intro, and I'm excited for this. This-
To spoil how totally not authentic and yeah.
No, just kidding. Tell us who you are and who your character is, because we've already been introduced to all of these characters. They were all on last episode, but we are continuing the journey from where they are. From whence they came.
Well, hi everybody, I'm Paladin Hulk. I am a Twitch moderator for Random Tuesday and Little Red Dot, and I'm playing Mortimer Jones. So, hello, my name is Mortimer Jones. When I was younger, me and my wife Wendy would solve mysteries together. When the bards got hold of our stories, we became famous, and I wanted more and more. Being famous made me so happy, till it didn't. When Wendy left me, I tried to fill the void with more public appearances, more merchandise, but nothing worked. After a few years, I realized that it was never the fame that made me happy. It was Wendy. It had always been Wendy. And scene.
Oh, I love it. I love Mortimer. This guy's awesome. All right, moving down. I don't know. I feel bad for you all. You all have to follow that. Maybe I should end with that. Sorry, it's horrible. Moving on to our wonderful Stan. Tell us who your character is, and of course, where people can find you.
Hey, I'm Stan. I'm playing Rose Orlet today. And you can find me at Twitter at S_Delone. And yeah, Rose, she's a half-drow sorcerer, and she is exasperated just constantly with these people.
She's like babysitting adults who act like children. Wait. Babysitting adults who break into orphanages and threaten young children. I just have that you're never gonna live that one down.
So just
I'm not.
babysitting your sister. Just babysitting your sister, really.
I'm not gonna live that down.
Mhm.
And Mortimer to an extent.
Well, he's more like a puppy who gets a little lost. He
Yeah,
sees a
he's
squirrel
not
and he's like, "Oh, a
dangerous.
squirrel over there," and walks towards it.
I just imagine it's like that one video, that Labrador who like is looking at a leaf and goes, looks at the ball and falls over. It's like, that's what I imagine
Aw.
Mortimer.
Make notes.
I
We
love
have to-
Mortimer.
Yeah.
Well, yes,
He's a
Rose
gem.
is awesome. Rose is a great character. I'm excited to see how she handles the rest of this madness. And of course, moving on to our next character here, we have Maya, played by Tech Priest Khan. Let us know a little bit more about your character and, of course, who you are.
Hello, I'm Tech Priest Khan playing Maya Orlet, Rose's supposedly bigger sister. Even though out of the two, Rose acts more mature than her. Out of all the people, she's probably about single-handedly a jerk. I think on several occasions, Maya's been called a bitch on several
That
occasions.
was definitely my character.
Yes. I
That
was
makes
like, yeah, I know at some point she's been called names.
You walked out of the temple and I was like, what a bitch.
Yeah.
And I agreed.
Complete opposite from Roxy.
But
Anyway.
this episode, she's gonna show a completely new side and be just the kindest. No, oh well.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm not
Yeah.
making any promises.
Immediately shut down. Just no.
All right, and of course, last but not least, we have our Minotaur buddy over here. We have Cathanis, who's playing Brodalock. Let us know who you are, and of course, who your character is.
Hello, my name is Cathanis. I am playing Brodalock the Unbound, a Minotaur barbarian zealot. He likes long walks on the beach, and he likes to just dance some oldies, you know. But yeah, you can find me at the Cathanis on Twitter, Austin_Adkins on Instagram, Cathanis on Facebook. I'm trying to get to where my branding's a little more consistent. I'm working right now on switching my Twitch name, something that I like, that's not awful. And so, yeah, trying to rebrand some. Hopefully next time I'm on here, I'll be rebranded a little bit. Still be Cathanis, but just not as over the place. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. That means we get to start our adventure. Now, for those of you who don't know how this world works, this is a pretty much persistent world. How the players play is when the previous team plays or the previous group plays, they're all playing in the same world. So anything that any player does affects the world, the past, the present, the future, all of it. So, for instance, like if wild magic were to happen and a lake were to dry up, is the example I usually give, then the lake would dry up forevermore for the future of the play sessions. So that's the kind of thing, like it's a persistent world that continues to exist as we move forward. Actually, next week we will have a full new group. I think the only person who will be returning is, I think, Maya, right?
I think it's Brodalock and Maya.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think Brodalock is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
From this episode, I'm saying. But yes, Snaz's character will be back as well. Yeah.
So excited to see Snaz.
Yeah. It's a new group of people. So we're going to find out what happened to Snaz's character, who disappeared into some kind of, due to wild magic, some kind of sacrificial altar. Yeah. I told him to prepare another character already. No, I'm just kidding. So, what we found out last episode was that Harold was poisoned. Some kind of poison. I think what you can assume is that that poison was caused by that cloud. Now, the only other person that went through that cloud was Brodalock and Maya. And I think Maya immediately backed out of it, and she did successfully not take any damage. And I think Brodalock, you just powered through it, and you also didn't take any damage.
I took like 4 damage, but like I literally just ran through and scared everyone.
Yeah. And then we went to the Patricia's arcane affinities, and we met Patricia, who was able to give them some kind of, I think, tincture that she has to create. But in return for said tincture, Rose has offered her artistic talents in making, not only giving this abstract painting that she was already working on, but also making a portrait of Patricia, who is this quite gorgeous lady who kind of wears very noble-esque clothing, but runs this shop that is very magical and full of potions and weird reagents. As the other group of them left the shop, Maya stayed behind a little bit and told Patricia that if she had any other kinds of work, that she'd be interested in them. And Patricia said that she would keep her posted. And Maya gave her her full name. It's Maya Orlette, and left her with that. Now, I think that's kind of where you all were. We do know that the priest is immune to arcane effects for the next 16 hours, so it's probably the next 14 hours, depending on how long you guys are gone. And the Vulgar Viper Inn, or Vulgar Viper Tavern, has been mirrored. So everything was once on one side is now on the other. The entrance for it is like on another street now. It's a little weird. It all happened very abruptly. It confused our poor Mortimer a lot.
And reversed his spellbook.
And reversed his spellbook. So his spellbook's like all his spells are mirrored. So it's very interesting. But we are going to, I guess, pan outside. The 4 of you are all outside of the shop, correct? And that's kind of where we'll leave you all to be.
You have the.
She's making it.
Sorry, what?
Good.
Have the
How long is that going to take?
Did she give us a time?
She didn't give you a time.
Probably should have asked about that.
We're right outside. You could put your head in the door and say, "Hey." You know.
Yeah.
Exactly Yes, that just say hey, and like wave, like kind of like saunter.
You saunter on in. The ding of the
I
door.
don't.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just-
You're not doing it. Okay.
I was saying someone
I'm-
should.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I mean, I imagine she would let us know to a degree. At least she.
Well, you know you
knows.
left your information behind, Maya.
Oh yeah, I know.
Now Broadlock
Let's
Like
enters
an
the
hour,
door.
maybe we should stay.
Now Broadlock enters.
But looks
Are you going in? Okay. I didn't know if you were really going in because before you said you were sauntering in, and then you're like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Uh, yeah. So you make your way into the shop, and that ding of that bell goes off again as you walk in, and you see the broom sweeping. Got the word right this time. Sweeping the floor,
Brooming.
and the area looks empty again. Like you don't see anybody. Again, you can see like the beads that she came through.
Hello? Hello? Moo?
You hear what almost sounds like all around you, like this echoing voice that's like, "What is it that you want?"
That, the thing we were having you make, how long is that gonna take?
Oh, I
Are
thought
you?
maybe that you would want another potion. Perhaps you have someone that you want to love you?
I'm good right now, thanks.
Well, if your situation changes, make sure you reach out to Madame Patricia.
I
Come
would, but I
back
can't find out where
tomorrow.
you are.
Come back tomorrow, and I will make sure that your tincture is ready. And make sure that your friend is there to paint me.
Alrighty, sounds good. Have a nice day. He walks out.
You too. And the ding happens again as you leave. Still a little confused. You couldn't see where she's coming from, and you walk back out.
Yeah, it's gonna take a day.
That's quick.
Huh.
Don't
Hopefully
know if he
he'll-
has time.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll be okay that long.
I'm gonna go back to the temple and keep an eye on him for the rest of the day. I don't know if you all want to come along or if we're going to try to do some things around town, but I'm not.
What
that
town
happy.
are we in again?
Actually, I don't remember either.
Hi, Helm.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
that's where
Not good, not
Wendy
good with
lives.
names.
Who lives?
So
Wendy.
I remember that much. All right.
So what do y'all want to do?
I'm sure there's probably a job or two that can get done while we wait.
Well, if you all want to find one, I'm going to go check up on our friend who is dying from being poisoned.
Oh yeah, we were gonna look at him for clues and things. Remember? Because he was almost abducted. Maybe they left marks or something.
Or they could have let like some clothing or
You think he might have seen him?
Well, we can't really answer. I think he's unconscious right now.
Well,
Maybe they conveniently dropped a business card. You never know.
I mean, you
At
you have the cloak. We could probably figure out where the cloak came from. We
I
don't-
have their cloak.
We don't
Wait,
know that that's where that came from.
I still want to find that person.
you did a thing to find the shop, right?
He did locate.
Hmm. You want me to
So-
find the cloak?
No. We know the cloak's at. So
Oh, good.
if there is something on his person and the other person, can you use that thing to find said person?
You want me to find the guard?
No, the person that almost abducted the guard.
Oh,
Guy who almost guard napped.
I don't really remember what he looks like.
You don't have. Oh, it has to be a picture. You can't like have a thing of their.
Oh no, I would need to look for like their sweater or something.
Oh, okay.
The spell is called Locate Object.
Can you locate that type of poison?
The poison we used.
The poison made for Cusco. Cusco's poison?
You're all like, you used a poison? Who did you poison?
I don't have any poisons. I'm trying to maintain a family-friendly image.
She has the vial of the poison still, right?
I think she gave that to Patricia.
You gave that to Patricia.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if she kept it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, she
She
gave
has to
it
find
Patricia.
she has to find a cure for it.
Yeah.
But she said that she thinks she can do.
Yeah.
Huh?
I was just wondering if maybe Mortimer could try and locate more of the poison, if he knew what the poison
Yeah.
was.
Probably.
He has seen
You
it
want-
before.
You want to go back to the place where there were attacks? Is any poison residue left?
I don't
Well,
think
that's
that's how
also
that
good.
works.
You never.
Yeah.
They might have left that business card there or
True.
something.
Scene of the crime.
Yeah,
Sometimes
because
they always come back to the scene of the crime.
That's not actually true, but we should go there anyway.
Alrighty, so who's with me as he walks away to this crime scene?
Who else is going with?
Let's go. Investigations.
Mortimer is going. Anyone else?
Rose kind of looks over to Maya.
Okay.
Do you have any better ideas?
there's a lot better ideas than this, but if our two liabilities want to go, let's go. And then she'll go.
This is coming from Maya. Okay. Yeah, so
Let's go
the
beat up some more orphan. Yeah.
Brodalok goes kind of like, who's with me as he walks away, this giant, or quite large, I should say.
Pointing forward and stomping.
Yeah, Minotaur, and Mortimer kind of following him is like, yeah, investigation. And reluctantly, I think Maya follows along with Rose in tote. And the four of you do arrive in this alleyway. You kind of re-picture this scene where we like pan back in the flashback of, like a wave, and we flash back. And it's the scene of someone in a cloak that looks very similar to the cloak that Mortimer now has, dragging the guard in through the thing, rushing away, like unable to kind of keep dragging the guard, letting go of the guard, and running into the alleyway to the left, and throwing down a vial as Maya's able to catch up, and a puff of cloud kind of goes through. That's kind of like the flashback that we get of like what had happened there previously. What are the four of you trying to do exactly?
We're gonna look for clues.
Yeah.
All right, investigation.
That means we split up and get into trouble.
Get a 19
There he is.
from Brodalok. 11 from Mortimer with a
Wow.
natty 1.
Hey,
7 from Maya and a
terrible.
7 from Rose. Ooh, they're all in order perfectly. So, Maya and Rose, you're kind of looking around at the area. You're not really finding anything useful. You do find a dumpster, and you look.
I can do a thing. Hold on.
Ooh, okay.
I keep forgetting to do this. But because I'm a divination wizard, I get 2 d20s at the start of each day, which I can substitute for stuff. So screw
Ooh.
that one. I rolled a 14.
Nice. All right. Keep your 14 or keep your 12 for a future use. Yeah, that's useful.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Still doesn't change this for them. So, yeah, you're kind of looking around. You do find a dumpster, and you start digging in there and looking. Possibly, maybe someone threw something in there. Maybe they did return to the scene, right? You never know. And Mortimer with a 14.
24.
Yeah. So it's 24, because I rolled a 14 instead of a 1, which means it's a 24. 'Cause
Oh, 'cause you
I'm
get your...
real good at investigation.
Holy crap, you got a plus 10?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's what the rogue level is for.
Never mind. We're gonna go to Brodalock first. Brodalock with a 19. You go into the alleyway a little bit further, past the two that are looking into the dumpster. You're like, why are they looking in the dumpster? You pass by there, and you actually see the vial pieces that were left on the ground from where whoever threw down this potion had left it. So you do see that without an issue. You kind of search through it, and you can kind of read a little bit of the label of this potion, and it looks like maybe it might be a potion that you've seen before.
Trisha.
Yeah. Maybe because you went in there that second time and you were seeing the vials and things like that, and you're like, that bottle looks really familiar. And as you're having this moment, Mortimer, you see what Brodalock also sees. But further down the alleyway, to the left where he had run away from where Brodalock saw him, where none of you all saw him, you find a piece of cloth from the cloak. And it matches the cloak it matches the cloak that you have, but the cloak that you have, you take it off and you look to see if maybe a piece of yours ripped. You didn't remember ever going down the alleyway. It doesn't look like any of your cloak is damaged.
Oh, look, there's a bit of the cloak, but my cloak is fine.
But there's
Knew
something
it.
different about the piece that you have. Because it's only a partial piece of it. There's something dimmer about it. Roll me an Arcana.
Okay.
Vern doesn't remember a lot of things. True.
He tries his best.
22. Ooh, with the 22, you can tell that the magic is slightly in this cloth. Like, it is losing its magic. Most likely, with the 22 especially, because it has been pulled away from the major part of the cloak. So it's like losing its enchantment. And as you know,
This is another magic cloak, like the
Cloak
one
he has.
I have on. That's such a coincidence.
See, I
And
told
look,
you.
there's all
They
those shards
always
from the potion.
they
that he
always
threw down.
leave a piece of the cloak behind. I told you all.
Rose immediately looks at Maya.
just immediately just kind of puts her hand on her face, just like, so we had a cloak, and you know, why don't we just track the cloak then? We have a complete one. We have,
Do?
yes, old man, the one you're wearing.
But that's my cloak.
You know, you've berated me for taking the cloak, but ever since you've gotten it, you claim it's yours now.
You stole a cloak. That's terrible. Why would you-
Just Maya just kind of like puts her hands on her face, just like,
You know, you look like such a nice girl. Why would you, be into criminal enterprising?
Also, the vial looked like it was made by Patricia.
Was it? Oh, yes, I see her mark on the thing.
So we have some talking to do with her.
What if she's like the big brain behind it all and we gave her the poison, which was evidence? That would be so stupid of us.
Birdluck just snorts.
Right? Here's all the incriminating evidence against you. Have a nice day.
is Mortimer leaving?
No.
Hey,
no.
who's
Oh,
this?
he's just reiterating like what
Yes.
someone would be saying. Okay, I just want to make sure.
just,
I thought he
Hey,
was
here's
like,
the murder
have
weapon.
fun,
Have a nice
bye.
day.
Yeah.
So Brodalog gets a cloth that he has from like some of his bag and just picks up the pieces of the glass and like kind of ties it up.
Be careful, those are sharp.
It's okay. I've got a thick skin. Ow, shit.
We take this information to the guards then?
Got his thumb. Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
just because someone bought something from her doesn't automatically incriminate her. We have to know for sure if she did it. Like,
Have an investigation though and figure out who she bought it from. They have more resources than we do, and we can also do our little thing on the side.
You don't go to the guard, because then you don't solve the mystery. The guard solves the mystery, and you don't get a book deal. Has to be us.
Shit, you're right. Book deal does sound really good.
Maya's just kind of shaking her head, just like, really?
But the guards are useless anyway. I've never seen them solve a mystery.
You would know better than anyone else.
I remember it all like it... Wait, no I don't. But police incompetence is something that stuck with me.
Well,
You're from the underground.
we should probably, use...
So do you want to interrogate her, Mortimer? Do you want to do your thing?
My thing?
Yes.
You mean be
Yes.
charming?
Yes, be charming, and these are the things we have. So we were wondering who you bought this from and be your charming self.
Rose, like-
I'm scared of talking to her. She's way too pretty.
Oh.
I remember what happened last time during Mortimer Jones in the Church of Temptation. I don't want to go through that again. You know, Rose, I think you're in charge of our little group, right? Do you want to go back and look at the guard, or do you want me to track down the other bit of the cloak that we have here? That might be dangerous.
Sounds fun, though.
Or we could go get food. Wait, I have food. I stole it from... We could, sit down and have the breakfast that I took with me when we left. Remember? You all wanted to run out, so you skipped breakfast. You should eat something. I open my backpack and I take out, a bun that's covered in egg.
Yeah, it's
Hand it to Rose.
not pleasant looking.
You have to eat.
I'm okay, Mortimer. Thank you.
He is right, though. You should eat. It's going to be a long day.
You should have a sausage.
Just takes out. It's like a full sausage. It's a little cold now, so he's just holding this cold sausage that he pulled out of his bag. It has a little bit of egg on it too.
Maya's just kind of walked away a little, trying not to laugh. She's turned away, just trying not to laugh.
Like the anime thing where you go,
Pretty much.
Do you not want anything, Maya?
No. I don't want anything from your bag, especially that sausage you probably have had in your bag for a while.
It's only been an hour or two.
Still don't want it.
Okie doke. I eat
Rose
something from
uses-
the bag too.
I think Rose uses prestidigitation to clean the sausage.
Yes.
How nice of you to clean Mortimer's sausage.
Oh yes,
Yes,
I can do
Rose
that too. I forgot.
Just cleaned Mortimer's sausage.
Welcome to SVK4KIDS.
context.
Does Mortimer now put his sausage in his mouth?
I eat, yes. But then I remember that I can also use prestidigitation to clean things, so I, make the bag a little neater, or maybe stick it in a handkerchief, all the food that I stuck in there.
You can also warm things.
And change the flavor, make them taste better.
I'm sure it's fine.
But you see Burlock eating a carrot.
I guess we're having lunch in this murder alley.
Minutes to go. You can eat and walk at the same time, multitasking. Very important
We
right
should
now.
remember that when we look at this again and see all the crumbs and bits, that was from us and not from him.
It's a good point. This man's a true genius.
Can you just find the cloak?
Can we please?
Let me finish my apple first.
Come on.
Oh, here, let me wipe it off for you. He takes his little wipes the apple off.
Oh, thank you. He's so nice.
I'm not. Maya looks over at Rose. And she's like, I'm not sorry about what I said earlier. I hope you know this.
That was good. It's good to eat. I don't like skipping breakfast.
Are you ready now to cast the spell?
What spell?
So
Rose turns around and just headbutts the wall in the alley.
So you have this piece of cloth right here. It's from another right there in your hand. It's from the cloak that we need.
Oh, that's like my cloak.
Yes. And we need you to cast locate object, see if we can find that cloak, because now that you've seen it before, now that you have the same piece of cloak in your hand, you should be familiar with it now, correct?
Oh, yes, I should be able to do that, no problem. Let's go. 1, 2, locate object.
1, 2, bow my shoe.
And I cast locate object.
Reminds me of like is it Dorothy in Finding Nemo?
Yeah.
I just like what cloak?
But that's why Brolock's being very patient. He's like,
What spell? Oh, my cloak? Yeah. So you cast locate object, and I think it locates. You're looking for this particular cloak.
As long as it's within 1,000 feet of me. That's per the basic spell.
Ooh.
10 minutes, so you walk around, and if it's in 10 minutes, it pings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Roll me a 1d100. Is not within 1,000 feet of you.
It's too far away.
Suggest maybe wandering the town.
Sound like the classic World of Warcraft line, the warrior. It's too far away. Enough rage.
I can keep the spell going for 10 minutes, and then I'd need to cast it again, and I can only do that one more time today.
So, do you want to head towards the Patricia's place, or do you want to head towards our friend who's injured?
What about the orphanage?
Orphanage.
You think the orphanage is suspect?
He wasn't there with you guys for the orphanage part. He's like, what orphanage?
I
don't want to repeat what happened at the orphanage, but we did see the owner of that cloak that Mortimer has go towards that cloak, towards the orphanage.
When you say you don't want people to happen, Brodalock looks straight over to Maya.
What?
Getting old is such a trip.
Rose nods.
I can't. I seem to recall that we broke into the orphanage, and that can't be right.
No, you're
I forgot what actually happened.
I'll explain it later. Does everyone think that's a good idea to go there, though?
Sure.
Well, now that I know it's a thing that you all broke into an orphanage apparently and saw the criminal, yeah, it sounds like a great idea.
At least
We
he
didn't
ran
break
into that direction, so it's on the way.
I want to note that we didn't break in. We had a reason to go in.
And I
Ooh, what'd you just say?
I said I.
said the voice from the clouds.
Hold up.
Would you like to repeat that?
We had a reason to go in.
We didn't break in. We had a reason to go to break in. What?
Yes.
That
Yep.
doesn't mean you didn't get thrown up to a window, break into the window, and climb into someone's room who you do not have
Details.
consent of going
Details.
into.
Details.
If anyone would like to roll an insight check on that.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, primarily Brodalock because he wasn't there. You may. Brodalock. Tech, you can roll a deception
Oh heck.
because you were lying. Well, you were saying the truth in your mind, but you're lying. So
It's a half truth.
roll me. Yeah, it's a. That nice 24, a 16 versus a 24. Yeah, you don't quite pick up on what she's putting. You think that maybe she's telling the truth. They didn't break in. They had a reason.
The Orlets are really good liars.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Orlets are an interesting crew, that's for sure.
Or lay. Or lay.
Let's I guess let's go to this place you all allegedly didn't break into.
All right. You all start heading closer to this orphanage again. You may, when you get to the orphanage, roll another 1d100 for me, Mortimer.
On.
Wow! A 10.
You don't see any.
Isn't it 100? The dice say 100.
No, it would be.
Why can't I check it? Oh well.
I don't know.
The 3D dice doesn't always reflect what.
Yeah, it doesn't always do it right. It's kind of a little wonky. You can't see Brodolok's character sheet. Oh, it's because Brodolok and Rose don't have their character sheets on there. So you can blame them, not me. It's not a mandatory thing. It's if people want to do it or not. So that's fine. Yeah, so when you're looking, when you're feeling for your nature or your magical locate spell, you don't see anything that trails you to another cloak in this area, specifically with that piece that you have. But you are in front of the orphanage with which you were before. So now since it's midday about, it's like not midday quite because it's probably been like 2 hours, 3 hours since the morning. So yes, it's almost midday, and you can see that there's bustling around. There's some carts being kind of trotting along on the cobblestone. The orphanage itself has some of the windows open and some of the curtains are open. You can hear the sound of like children laughing and maybe like the matron that's there kind of like scolding someone. You hear the clacking of like footsteps on wood floors, and that's kind of what you hear, and you see all the sensories that are going on by default.
Are any of the windows broken?
Roll me a perception check. And are you examining them all like investigation, or are you like just looking quickly to see what you're just
looking quickly?
Yeah, perception check then.
I'm not picking up anything from the locate object.
Well,
So not here.
You don't see any windows that are broken, like you're looking for like shattered glass or something like that. You don't see anything like that with a 14.
Okay.
But you do see a window. One of the windows is open, and the curtains are open. The curtains are drawn in all the windows almost, except for maybe one. But it looks like an orphanage. There's a sign as well.
What does the sign say?
And a little mailbox. Says orphanage on it. Actually, I haven't named the orphanage.
Sweet Joe's Bitchin' Orphanage.
Orphanarium Emporium.
I think
Orphans are us.
it's gonna be called the New Life Orphanage.
More wholesome than
It is.
Oh,
It's an orphanage. It's wholesome.
Frank in the chat, lost and found.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh, lost and found is great.
PG.
Admission: 2 dead parents.
Or ones that just don't want you.
Aww. Actually, maybe I did name it. I need to look. I don't
Remember,
think so.
we're raising money for kids.
Oh, sorry, everybody.
Yeah, it's called the New Life Orphanage. So that's what you see on the sign, and it's like this wooden sign, and it's dangling. And It kind of looks like it's made by kids too. It looks like maybe they made a project of it, and there's little handprints that are made in paint. Some of them are like washed off a bit due to wear.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't remember how the person we're chasing got into this the last time around. Did he
They-
go through the front door?
no, they climbed through the window, I guess.
From
Okay.
where? Maybe there's more clues.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't
I-
see. We didn't
I didn't
have
s-
anyone throw them up there last time.
I didn't see a broken window either. I looked around and couldn't find anything like that.
I'm just gonna look around the building.
Are you investigating?
Yes.
Go ahead. Roll me investigation.
Never know. Right.
Oh my god, where the heart is, Organ Market and Orphanage.
Oh my goodness. That's terrible.
Dang it,
That's
Frank.
Frank.
3. Nope.
More like
Use
where the
my
heart
regular-
is.
What was the
No.
other thing I rolled? I forget.
The chest.
Chat's on fire.
Okay.
The 12. So.
Are those the only ones that... Is
Yeah, I
anyone else
get-
rolling?
So.
Guess I'll try.
I'll try. Glad I've tried.
Wow.
Ooh.
9 higher, so 21. I get.
Poor Rose.
I think Rose is just too. I think she's nervous about being here again.
Guilt-ridden.
Probably. Yeah,
I
nervous.
doesn't care.
Nervous is a good word. And actually, you're so nervous that if someone were to look in that direction and watch as you are like nervously looking around, and there's 3 other people just like creeping around this orphanage, yeah, they're gonna think that's suspect. So with that, we've got a 14. Bertolock, what are you? Well, tell me from all 3 of you. Like, what is your goal? What are you trying to look for exactly? What are the
Oh,
questions?
I'm not looking.
Oh, then why'd you roll a
That was for the window.
Oh, okay.
Broken window.
Okay.
I get a 21 because I substituted dice.
Oh, nice. Okay. What are the 2 of you looking for,
I
Maya and
refuse to
Mortimer?
do badly on investigation. Everything else is up for grabs, but
Well,
on
you're an
investi-
investigator, so it, you
No,
know,
I
your pride.
can't.
So Mortimer and Maya, what are you looking for exactly? Like, what's your goal here?
I'm looking to see how he got into the building. That's
Okay.
that's like maybe there's like a loose board or something.
Sure. Maya, what is your goal while you're investigating?
Probably. She's probably seeing if potentially that person that they chased off here to begin with, if there might be any indication that they might have been around, or what was the term? I had a train of thought going. I've already forgotten.
Choo.
Yeah. Seeing, yeah, if by chance, like maybe going around seeing if by chance that there might be signs like someone had came back after some point, like
Mm.
in an unconventional way, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. So you're looking around, Maya, and I think the 2 of you kind of end up in the same place. You both kind of end up at this one bush on the side of, so like there's the front and then there's a side, and the side window is the window that you all were looking at before, the first time you came here. And maybe it just hits all of you again, like, oh yeah, this is where we were before. There's a bush and it looks like it's been trampled on quite a few times, and now that it's daylight, you can really tell that someone has been standing on it or using it to kind of get up to the window. And it looks like someone has maybe touched the window a few times, and there is a little bit of like soot. And this is the same, you did notice this last time you were here too. There's a little bit of soot, and the window looks like it is currently locked. But it looks like it could be easily pushed ajar, but the space to fit in there wouldn't necessarily fit the 2 of you, but maybe someone that was probably smaller.
Oh look, see, this is where he came in. That's the same soot that we found earlier when he ran away. And this bush has been stepped on a lot.
Yeah.
Looks like he's a small fellow.
What do you think? Halfling, someone small?
Kid.
Could be a child, but I don't remember them being a child when they were in the tavern. They shouldn't allow children in taverns, so maybe it's just a short halfling or a gnome.
By the way, as they're doing this, Rodalock isn't near them at all. He has gone to the front of the orphanage, the main entrance.
Uh-oh.
Are you doing anything in particular?
He's going to try to find, I don't know what you call the head of the orphanage, but he's going to try to find them.
The Orphan Maker.
So you're gonna knock on the door.
Oh no!
The orphanator.
Bop, bop.
Yeah, you knock on the door, and it takes a little bit of time, but you do hear the clacking of heels on the ground on a wood floor,
Good God.
kind of moving very quickly, and someone you hear like a sliding of something on the door, and then maybe they're looking in through like the little peephole thing. They close it, and then they unlock the door and open it, and they're like, "Yes,
Hello!
hello."
Yes, so I am here investigating a crime.
She opens the door wider, and you see that she's holding a child, like a baby almost. Maybe not a baby, like a toddler, I guess would probably be better. A toddler, and the toddler's kind of like wiggling, and she's just trying to like hold it in place. And she's like, "What? There was a murder?"
I said nothing about a murder.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
No, I said crime.
Oh,
He's
crime.
being
Okay.
suspicious.
No. I thought you said murder.
Hashtag not all crimes are murders.
Crime? If this is about the other night, someone did come to our door, but we're fine.
What did they look like? Did you catch a glimpse of what it looked like?
She's like, "I need to take care of this. Give me a
You're
second.
fine. Yeah, I have all the time.
Mark, come on in. Mark will help you." And she opens the door, and you walk in, and she closes the door behind her, and she kind of knocks on the door that's next to where she's at, and a door opens up, and she's holding the child, and this old man kind of walks out with a cane, and he kind of like stumbles, and he has like a weird limp, and he has this long gray hair, and it's pushed back into a ponytail behind him, and like spectacles that are sitting on his nose, and he looks out and he's like, "What is it?"
First off, do I fit in this place? Like height wise, 7'6"?
In this area, it's actually quite spacious. Like you
Okay.
walk in, and there's a door here, and there's a little table to the right of the door, and it looks like there's like a bowl there with little candies. And up to the right hand side, there's a wooden staircase that goes up, and it looks like a landing up above you. And
Okay.
straight forward, there's like a it looks like it maybe opens out to another wood area with another staircase that goes up, and maybe like those two staircases kind of like intertwine up there somewhere. But that's what it kind of looks like as you move in, and it is quite spacious in the area that like the foyer that you are in currently. And she is like, "This gentleman is investigating a crime, maybe what happened the other night." And she's like, she kind of just walks away, and he's like, "Yes,
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
there was someone here. Can't remember what they were looking for, though."
Did you know they see what they look like? Did you happen to capture like their likeness, like just general description?
Yes, there was a young lady. Dark. Like an elf, but darker. Darker tone.
Okay.
He begins describing a character that looks maybe like Rose. The more he describes like her and what she's wearing and what she looks like. And then he's like, "And there was someone else with her.
There's two of them.
An older gentleman. I don't think they were related. He looked not like her." And he starts describing a character, and then she's like, he starts going, "But I remember now why she said that he had come here on accident. He had wandered off from his old home, and they were taking him back."
Okay. Also, so you said you described Rose and not Maya?
I don't think because Rose was the one who was talking to him, right? And Rose was
I just wanted to make sure.
That's who
I have
is
it
like
right in my head.
that's who's in his mind, and the way he's kind of talking about this other older gentleman does kind of sound like Mortimer.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can roll me like an intelligence check or I think that'd probably be like the closest to put them two together, or investigation maybe to put the two together.
They're both 0. Let's just try it.
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
14, that's pretty good. I think that's enough to say, like, you put 2 and 2 together. That maybe it could potentially be the two of them.
So there was no one else, like, wearing a cloak and running around?
Well, were they wearing a cloak? They were not cloaked when they were talking to me.
Okay. Well, sorry to disturb you. Thank you. This is... if you have any more information, you could reach us at the tavern name. I can't remember. And
The Vulgar Viper Tavern.
the Vulgar Viper Tavern. And if you have any more information that comes to you, or you find anything, please send it to the tavern and say it is for Brodalock.
Brodalock, do you have a card or something? I'm not gonna remember this. Let me get a
Get some paper.
parchment.
Yeah,
Yes.
he goes back and the door kind of creaks and it's like, and you can see as he's walking and he's got that like walk where he sounds like he's limping and he's using the cane for most of the force, so you hear like the hitting of the cane on the ground, and he goes over to a table. So when you look into the room, you can see like a desk, it looks like, almost, with bookshelves on the sides of it. There's like pictures on the wall. It looks like every year a group of like all the kids at the orphanage, so you can kind of see the paintings of those. And he kind of like opens up a drawer, pulls out a piece of paper and,
Come in, you can write it here.
and he like slides over a piece of paper and hands you a quill.
Musher in, trying to mosey into the room, and so Burlock takes the quill and starts writing his name down, and he says, "How well are you all doing with the orphans? Are you all okay? Are you all taken care of?"
Well, we do as well as we can. Well, I can be quite honest with you. Where do you work? Are you part of the guardsmen?
I am actually part of a group from, let me get my background. I am from Serene. I am a, let's just say, warrior for Kiri Jolith.
Don't see many of you.
He kind of like looks and he points at like the parts
yeah.
of you that are different than other people.
Yes, that's.
Don't mean to be offensive or anything.
Oh, it's fine. No, we're not very common. I understand. But I'm from there. I heard about all these mishappenings, like children going missing, buildings vanishing, and I felt compelled to come and help. So, if you need any help with your orphanage, I don't know how much Serene can help, but you might be able to make contact with them and see if they can help provide either more housing in case you are full, or maybe they can help bring with food and clothing and whatnot.
So, word has traveled. Yes. Well then. To be quite frank, with children going not, it has made it easier on us. The way that we have less mouths to feed. Not that that's a pleasant thing to say out loud.
I understand entirely, but it is truth.
But we are trying to keep security. There's been more guards on the streets trying to help.
That's good. I'm very sorry to hear that that children are going missing, and I do understand that what financial tolls and general resources they can take to upkeep. So I can't help much, but if I can't help, please let me know.
He nods. And he takes the paper. He slides it into an envelope and puts the envelope onto like this thing that he has a bunch of envelopes on.
Rowan just kind of does a little half bow and says, "All right, well, I must be returning back to my friends. So, what was her name again? I didn't catch her name. I'm so sorry."
It is Mark. Mark Dean.
Mark Dean.
Yeah, this is an ode to one of our space Vikings who can't play with us.
Well, Mark Dean, it was very nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet you too. I will contact you about this group that you have mentioned, and if we see anything, we will be sure to let you know.
Thank you very much. He bows once again, this little small bow, and just proceeds to shimmy out the doorway.
Yeah, he helps you, or he follows you, and he escorts you until you leave, and then you hear the lock. Meanwhile, outside, before he gets out there, what are the three of you doing?
Hey, Maya,
Hmm.
do you know that because you're an elf, you're probably older than me?
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know, I just realized it.
That may be the case, but that's still kind of rude to point out.
I mean, you're young for an elf.
I think out of nervousness for being back at this orphanage, I think that Rose is unintentionally casting blur on herself. She just gets
Okay.
blurry.
Roll me a 1d100 really quick.
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Of course, I managed one.
Maya, you can also roll me something. Roll me a 1d10,000.
There it is.
Yes!
This is from our one, the only Paladin Hall.
Of course.
And it is, let's see if wild magic can prevent Maya from
Oh.
beating up more orphans. Watch, it's beat up the next child near you. No, just kidding. That's horrible.
Spontaneous combustion.
I'm going.
How close are you next to her, Mortimer? You're
Pretty
talking to
close.
each other, right?
Yeah.
How close are you, Rose? You said you kind of were a little bit.
Row.
Probably slinking in the direction of the nearest alley.
I mean, you're in the alley. Like,
Oh.
you're, like, the front of the orphanage is on the main street, and then the alley's on the right, which is where you go, where they were investigating. So if you're
Okay.
in the alley with them, then you're in the alley with them.
Yeah.
I
All
think
right.
you're like one step further away. We're like right next to each other, and then you're looking at the window.
Maya, roll me 3d6 plus 2.
Magic missile.
I don't like this. 11.
Why did you just explode?
I
So-
hope not.
The three of you, as you're standing there, all of a sudden, the ground starts shaking beneath you, and out juts these giant spikes from the ground. And
What
all
the
of
heck?
you can roll me a either. Yeah, I think a dex save is probably the best.
But I didn't go.
I would disagree that it is the best.
Oh,
That's why.
All
Dang
of
it.
you take 11 damage.
Oh,
As a spike juts up, one of you gets a giant spike hits you in the leg, and like your leg gets you just have the spike in your leg. The other of you, it actually goes through your foot, and you just have the spike in your foot. So the first one, the leg would be Mortimer. Your leg is just wrecked. Rose, you have a spike in your foot, and Maya, you just have one that goes straight through the side of your heel of your foot.
Ugh.
oh.
What the? He kind of looks over in the direction of Rose.
Rose
Welcome
looks-
to Wild Magic. Just so you know, if you do exclamation St. Jude, you also can donate Wild Magic. Make sure you let me know in the comments who you would like to have it happen to.
Rose looks terrified and still blurry.
Sis, what the heck?
I don't know. Did I do that?
I don't know. Did you?
Oh yeah, Rose, roll me a 1d10,000.
Oh no.
Oopsie doodles. Okay, roll the exact same one for fun.
So, Rose also has
TPK.
wild magic involved in her goodness, don't you?
A little bit. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
These be butts. These never be butts.
Sorry. Okay. Okay, let's get through it. Okay. So as you say that, did you do this? She's like, did I do this? All of a sudden, your legs start getting tinier, and they actually transform, and they look like chicken legs, and you have like little webbed feet, and then your arms, they start collapsing, and feathers start growing out of your, and you have chicken wings for arms.
What the heck?
Hey guys, what the?
So my sister's turned into a giant chicken.
I mean,
Chicken
all
boot.
the rest of her body parts are the same. It's just her wings are chicken wings and her legs are chicken feet. Chicken legs with chicken feet.
So she still has arms, but it's just
She has no arms now. She just has chicken wings.
okay.
She has chicken wings for arms, and she has, instead of regular normal feet, she has chicken feet. Chicken feet and chicken legs.
Get me off of this spike, please.
What the heck is going on here?
I'm gone for like a few minutes.
You're not quite
you-
there yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll let them have a moment, and then you'll show up and see this.
What is happening?
Where did all these spikes come from?
The ground.
Step
But
on a
why are
trap.
they here?
I didn't see any traps. Why would someone put a spike trap next to an orphanage?
A crude sense of humor.
And that's where you come in, Redlock.
Hey guys, so what the?
Help.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I didn't mean to.
Rodlock, get me off this spike.
Bertolite goes and starts helping him off the spikes immediately.
Oh, my leg.
What? Ugh.
Roll me a strength check or athletics check. Bertolock.
I would
Yeah.
help, but I think
you
I'm
get
too
him. You
much.
get him off the spike, no problem. We didn't hear you.
I'm gonna do it for all of them.
Okay, roll me 2 more. Good. Yeah, ooh, barely. The last one is a little tricky because their legs are chicken legs and you're afraid you're gonna break them, and one of them has like the, you know, it's like the chicken web feet and like the spike is in it, and so when you pull it out, that leg is just, it's not
Dang.
like your foot's, your little webbed foot is not doing so hot.
No, I should have got levitate.
So
Hold up, chickens
what
don't
the
have
hell
web feet.
happened?
They're like, oh no, you're right, they don't have webbed feet. I'm not
Claws,
thinking
it
webbed
missed the
feet.
claws.
Yeah, they have claws.
They
Yeah,
have
you're-
ducks.
Yeah, they can't. Whatever. Your chicken feet. Your one chicken foot is not working. It's too small for how big these spikes are. You are footless. Chicken footless.
Footloose.
Must say it footloose. So what happened here?
I don't know. We were looking at a window. Spikes came out of the ground, and my sister is now apparently half chicken.
I don't know what's up with that, but this looks like a trap that someone put next to the orphanage.
Who puts a spike trap in a chicken trap? Is this even a part of a trap?
That
Who
doesn't look
throws
like a
poison in the middle of an alleyway? People who will
Assholes.
Exactly.
Rose is just like freaking
I'm
out.
gonna just look at the spikes to see if I can figure out where they came from.
And roll me investigation.
Can't substitute now, so this is for real. Game.
Hey.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, 27. With the 27, you look around at the spikes. You kind of like maybe touch them, or like, I guess, explain to us what it looks like as you're investigating. What does it look like when Mortimer is investigating? Does he like bust out a magnifying glass and he's like,
Well, since I can't walk good now with the one wrecked leg from the spike trap, I think I'm just like next to the spikes and I'm just like touching it and patting on the ground to see like what mechanism is driving these things up, digging a little. And that's how I figure out that they're just there.
yeah, you find out they're just there. Does not look like there is a trap. It does not look like anything, any kind of mechanism made this happen. These look like they've existed there the entire time.
I don't think it was a trap. I think this is magic.
Roll me Arcana.
Rose flails her wings. Do you think?
Yeah. You see this aura kind of coming off that, or like you're looking at it and yeah, there's a little aura that kind of comes off of them. It's not quite like if you actually like did, like a detect magic on it. So I can't give you exactly what it is, but it does look like it's magical.
Yep, it's definitely magic. Let me get even more specific as a super investigator with magic. Identify.
All right. Yeah, you roll identify, and this is wild magic.
Oh, wild magic. Oh, that's real bad.
From what you know, wild magic. Actually, roll me history. Actually, with the 21 Arcana, I will give you it because I feel like that's. And you rolled a 27 investigation. That's absurd. What you know of wild magic is that, well, it's wild. You never know what's going to happen. Things just happen randomly, and certain types of casters who are not, well, who don't have much control over their magics can sometimes be susceptible to creating these types of magics. So let's say if they were casting something else, there might be other things that happen, not by a purpose, but just because they didn't quite do it right.
This is
Or
wild
the
magic.
source of their
everyone.
magic is not right. Something is not right and balanced with whatever it is they're doing.
This is very dangerous. It could do anything. We're lucky we're not all statues or something. Or turned into soap bubbles.
Yeah.
Is this the weird stuff I've been hearing about happening in this town? So I haven't experienced anything yet.
Stares at Rose.
Rose is just
I'm sure this is something similar.
never been like this before. It's never.
Are you
I think-
trying to do like a roll to figure that out, Kath? Or
I
are you
was
just asking?
I was
Okay.
asking them. Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense.
it does. I've heard of all these things happening, and I think I haven't experienced one. This is the first time. This is interesting.
Let's go into the orphanage and get some medical attention.
I don't know if this place is equipped to help with becoming a KFC.
Oh, that's for later.
Do you think there might be a caster nearby other than you two that's doing this?
Oh, can you not do any magic?
No.
Oh, that's so sad. Really fun.
Just
Not
rub
even
it
gonna
in.
not even gonna question the fact that she blinded a kid with fairy fire first episode. Not even gonna question.
I don't think he
I
was
don't
there.
remember that.
Yeah, no. They just saw the flashbang. They didn't know what she did.
Yeah.
But
We should definitely let them know that there are giant spikes next to their orphanage.
That's
That maybe
very true.
It's a wild magic weak spot.
oh no, no.
Some child might run out and be like, I'm going to play in the alley," and then run into a spike.
What kind of kid would run down? Actually, never mind.
You bad kids. Do the stupidest thing.
I've dealt with kids before. Trust me.
They just do the stupidest things. They don't like it. They just randomly destroy things. They randomly run into things. They fall down for no
Don't
reason.
listen.
So
Don't answer questions.
yeah, we definitely should inform them. And
I'm sure they have a first aid kit somewhere.
you all go get attention and help get yourselves patched up. I will try to wall this off.
Okay.
Okay.
How are you gonna manage that?
I have 50 foot of hempen rope.
You're gonna wall it off with rope.
Yep.
Gonna like
that's the best I can
put
do right now.
decorations on it, Christmas ornaments.
Rodolak is putting up the yellow tape around this to try to deter people from going here. How are you doing this? Do you have some kind of crafting skill?
I just have hempen rope, and I also am a.
You muted yourself.
Oh, I'm pressing a thing. I just have 50 foot of hempen rope, and I'm a carpenter.
Hey.
Do you have carpentry tools?
Yep.
Roll me your carpentry tools. Alright. Alright, with a 12. Yeah, you do it. May not be the best job, right? But it's there. There's rope. It's around the space. Hopefully people don't go into it. Meanwhile, the three of you go to the door. Are all three of you going? We have a half chicken person whose foot
I
they
think
can't.
Rose can walk.
Yeah, she's like hopping on one foot, and we have Mortimer, whose bloody leg is just bleeding everywhere, and we have Maya, who's also got a bloody leg, but the spike went up through the heel, up into her leg.
I like to imagine Rose just hopping on one foot and flapping, and hopping, flapping, hopping, flapping.
I don't think she could put weight on those legs. If she puts her torso weight on her legs, they'll shatter.
No,
Very true.
they're strong enough to carry her weight.
Those are some strong-ass chicken legs.
God, chicken legs.
They're people-sized chicken legs, right?
Yeah.
Hollow
It's
bones,
like-
save them.
Yeah,
thank
it's,
God.
it's
I
not
thought they
like a tiny chicken leg
I
with
was
a
like,
giant
wow, that's gonna
body.
suck.
No, like her whole leg is like a chicken leg.
Yeah, but like normal chicken legs are this big, so.
Yeah, I got you.
But
I
they're
got you.
normal people size.
Yeah, they're more
Okay,
size.
Hollow bones, save homes.
You good, man.
I see. You were imagining a very different looking Rose.
Yep. I was imagining basically
like
a torso
fan art.
with some like little.
Little tiny chain. Oh. I'm imagining
Next
those
time.
dinosaur things that are like, give me a hug, and it's like, I can't. I'm trying.
Aw.
Walk it off. I can't. I'm trying.
Yeah, so how are the three of you going to the door? Like, what's the plan here? How does it go down?
I just knock.
Okay.
Oh!
You're knocking. The old man Mark comes through the door, and he's like, "You're back. Oh,
We're
you
hurt!
look
Do you
familiar."
have medical equipment in there
Oh
somewhere?
my! What? And he swings open. What happened?
There were spikes around your orphanage.
I'm
Spikes
sure you
around
don't know what wild magic is, but it's real dangerous.
He looks so confused and a little horrified because the three of you are just like bleeding all over his doorstep, and he's just like doesn't know what to do, and he's like, and he just like mumbles and bumbles like he's just trying to come up with like what he's like. Things are coming to his mind, and he's blurbing them in his mouth, and he's like, come in. He's a little confused, but offers you to come in.
Thank
And he
you.
kind of stumbles, and the three of you trail in blood as you walk into further. So you're gonna walk past the staircase, past the other staircase, and open in this open space to the left. You see kind of almost like a living room set. So you have like a bookshelves and a few couches. They look like they've been donated. It's like a bunch of mismatched couches. So you have like ones with like flower patterns on it, another one with like another flower pattern on it, but it doesn't match completely, and it's a different color. And there's like a brown one that has it's just brown, and it just looks like a mismatch. It's imagine like a antique shop. It's almost like that. That's what it looks like as you're coming in here, but cleaner and less stuff everywhere. And he kind of offers you to sit down, and he's like, I'll be right back. And he's motioning one of these kids to like leave, and he's like, go up to the room. And the kid's like, what are those? Why are they bleeding? And he's like, don't close your eyes. Go on. Don't close your eyes while you're walking up the stairs, but good. Don't look that way. He's like trying to motion the kid. He like takes the kid up the stairs, puts them in the room, and he's like, and he is talking to somebody. If you want to listen to hear what they're saying, you can roll a perception check. If you don't care, then you don't have to.
I'm focused on my busted leg, I think.
And then he stumbles back down the stairs. Okay.
16 on
Maya,
that.
with a 16, you hear little bits of the conversation. You don't hear all of it, but you hear his voice because you've recognized it, and he's just like explaining basically what's going on downstairs and to keep the children upstairs. Is kind of what you're getting from the gist of it all. And he comes back down, and he walks into another room that's like further down. And he's like, as he's walking past you all, he's like looking at you all wearily, and then he goes into the other room. He's talking to somebody else. This you can't really hear at all. And then he comes back in with somebody else, and they have like a bowl of like water or something. And this other gentleman who looks much younger, like maybe he's 16 or something like that. He kind of takes a wet cloth and puts it in, and he's like, he just starts with Mortimer, I guess, out of respect for his elders, and continues to like try to clean your foot. And then Mark is like, "What happened? You look familiar. Did he escape
You
again?"
also look familiar.
He says to Maya, looking at, "Would you look? What
You're that fellow that stole my cane."
Oh my god. What?
Yeah. You're that
Yeah, you
gentleman.
admit it. Give
No,
me back
this
my
is my
cane.
cane, and why are you all here again? You know there was a gentleman looking for you all. Investigating a
gentleman?
crime. Are you all part of some kind of crime?
Hold
I
on. A gentleman was looking for us.
Well, maybe I should not have said that.
Maya kind of stands up to a degree. He's like, what did he
Maybe
look
it was
like?
Illiken. Maybe he came back from whatever hell dimension he went to.
What did
his
he look
eyes
like?
get wide-eyed when you say that, and he's like,
Hey,
Look,
now that I'm thinking
I
about it, maybe that was wild magic too.
I don't want trouble in this orphanage. We've had enough loss as is. If you're bringing any kind of mischief, take it out. We were bringing you in out of the nicety of our hearts, but because that is what we do here.
I'm not.
whatever it is that you're mixed up in, and he like points at all of your legs and then at just all of Rose.
We don't want to be part of it.
Look, I'm merely asking because we were looking for someone, and if someone is looking for us, I would like to know who they are. Now, who was it that was looking for us?
Yes,
Was it Illiken? He's a Goliath.
okay. He sees that you're being genuine, or well, you are being genuine in what you're saying. He's
Looks
basically
like I
rolling
am
an insight
helping
check
out,
to
but
see.
I never knew I was an old man.
Judge
Oh,
intention,
there's
Pepper.
Mark. I never knew I was an old man. Hey, man, it worked
My
out.
cane.
Welcome to the game.
Yeah, so he kind of like looks at you all, and as you say that, like, no, we're looking for our friend, maybe, and he sees that you genuinely are looking for your friend, and he has a soft heart. I mean, the guy runs an orphanage, or helps co-run an orphanage. He's a nice dude. So he feels for you looking for your friend, and even though he thinks that maybe you all are caught up in something that he does not want to be a part of, he does answer your question.
He was really tall and different.
And he
Yes,
starts
really good.
describing someone who looks like a minotaur.
I've never seen a creature like that
Pelican
before.
doesn't have any horns.
I've never seen a creature like that before. I should call
What?
him.
What's his name, Protolock?
He stumbles away into his office. You hear the creak of a door. You hear him thunking his cane into the room. He shuffles some papers. He opens something, closes it. He kind of whispers something to someone else. And you can roll a perception check if you want to.
Please.
Yeah, it's
It's definitely get the guard.
No.
You don't hear. And then he...
I'm gonna roll.
Okay, you're gonna roll. Oh, it's so
Fine.
good.
9 Z's.
Yeah, and you don't hear anything. So he makes his way back and he comes into the room and he's like,
That's the name. But
Was it-
why?
He's
He
in
was
the,
looking
in
for someone with crimes. Are you all caught in something?
We're also
No.
looking for people who do crimes.
Just, Maya's just sighing.
Wait, what did you say?
We're also looking for people who do crimes.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard, but people are vanishing in this town, and there's lots of strange things going on. You know, we
His-
saw an attempted kidnapping not too long ago.
Yeah, his face kind of, you see emotions on his face as you talk about this, like as if he's seen loss. And part of you recognizes that, not just because you are a great investigator and you could read people really well, but also because maybe look like you've felt that feeling before.
Loss? Oh, that's basically all he is.
Yeah.
I
Aw.
lost my hands.
Rose is like, I have no hands! How do I open jars now?
Or paint.
How's she gonna do the painting?
How is she gonna do the painting?
I thought of that the moment you described it. I was like, yeah, no, we're not painting that bad. We're screwed.
Unless she knows how to undo magic.
That or takes up my honor offer.
All right. With that, he has these mixed emotions looks on his face, and he's like,
Yes, we know of that, of course.
We're
These stairs
investigating.
used to be filled with the pitter-patter of children.
like,
Does it seem like quiet, the orphanage?
does have a little. It does seem much quieter. You hear some noises happening in like upstairs in the rooms, but it doesn't look like there's a lot going on here as much as you would think. With how big this orphanage is once you're inside, you can see like the staircase that that Maya had run down before. Well, she jumped down and the kid was running down. Has like this what you call almost like a balcony, and it goes into where you can see rooms and like a bunch of doors. So from where you all are in the living room area, you can see that. Ow.
You're
My
right.
elbow on the table.
That's the noise
Ow.
Verlock's making as he's putting up the. His thumb. Ow.
I think basically this whole time Rose has just been looking at her now wings. Just
Just molting.
Yeah. You're sadly looking at your wings.
We'll deal with that after.
Well, you
But you say a lot of children have vanished?
I've heard of some of the other children in the neighborhood gone missing. The Eldons. They lost their child.
The Eldons? Strange
Yes,
name.
there's 2 doors to the left. They have a young one. Probably 8 or 9 or something of that sort. He's a good one. Can be into some mischief, but he would come around and play with the other kids here.
And he vanished.
Yes, one of the many. We here have lost quite a few. We've had 10 children go missing.
Oh, 10 is a lot.
Right out of their beds. We've had to lock the windows and doors at night.
Is that helping?
Well, we've gone 2 weeks now without child gone. And the guards, there have been a few of them wandering, keeping watch in the town. They've helped. One in particular always stops by. Harold. That's his name, Harold. He
We know
always
Harold.
brings us muffins. Every morning, muffins. I haven't seen him in a couple days, though.
There's a muffin in my bag if you want one.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
It isn't the muffins necessarily that I was interested in. It was the company. He was quite a
Whoa.
nice fellow.
We know Harold.
Oh, you know Harold. I haven't seen any of you around before.
We
Is
only
You said this was your grandfather.
Me?
uncle.
Oh, uncle.
Chicken
Am I?
elbows.
Oh,
What
Stop
happened to
elbowing me with
your...
And he like looks at your arms.
I don't know magic. It happened when we got injured. Something went wrong with.
How did you get injured now? You said something about spikes and madness.
yes, wild magic.
What was his insight check to see what was going on between the two of you?
Is there? Myra kind of looks over at Rose a bit and is just like, "Do you think?" Hold on. And she kind of looks over at the old man and is like, "Is there any way by chance any of the kids here have shown any magical prowess by chance?
Magical
This
prowess.
Because this seems to have happened around here."
We did
Well?
drag it all to this place.
I mean, not that we know of.
It kind of looks over at Mortimer. It's just like, "Is there a way to check? I'm not really sure how this usually
you want me to
works."
see if any of the kids are wizards or sorcerers? I
Maybe.
guess I could do that. But
You're a
it
wizard,
would
Harry.
be tomorrow. I don't have detect magic prepared.
Kind of looks over at Rose like, "Are you able to do it?"
No.
Gonna be tough to cast with chicken wings.
That occurs to her, and she almost starts to cry.
Oh,
Oh.
so you don't know how the whole wing leg thing happened exactly?
If we could tell you how any of this works, you would be
No one knows how wild magic works. No one. That's what it's about. It just randomly happens. It could happen right now.
He looks a little frightened.
Just looks at Mortimer, just like, "Really?"
I mean,
And as you say that, you're saying
Fuck.
right now, Cathanis, you're finishing up your little rope.
I
I think you rolled a 12, so You literally just hammered in some sticks and you tied rope around the spikes, and hopefully no one goes in them. Roll me a 1d10,000.
All right.
And this looks
Let's
like I'm
see
help
what
or
happens.
this looks like magic for Brodalock from Anonymous. 1d10,000.
Just out there putting up the wall. Sure glad no magic happened to me. Boy, that'd be awful.
All right,
Seriously, Cathanis rolled such a low number.
It's stupid.
Mine was pretty low too, and now I'm a bird.
I'm a bird.
That's
Yeah, gotta be
true.
a cow lady.
But not a good bird.
Chickens are good birds.
Are you big bird?
Brodalock, you now believe that you have the power to absolve sins.
Oh my god!
Write that down on your character sheet.
All right.
That fits right into the character too. It's good.
Yeah.
It does actually.
He's got the
I will
power
paste
of
it in
God,
chat for you if you want
God
to be able
and
to
wild
easily
magic
copy
on his
paste it.
side.
He
Source.
seriously gets
Others.
all of the easiest wild magics. Like anything could have happened right there. Anything. Thank you, Anonymous, for the donation. Really appreciate it.
He
That
could
is
have
one
become a
of the
chicken bowl
good.
man.
And then we pan back over to you all as Brodalock has this moment of like, yes, I can absolve sins.
What a ridiculous thing to think while you're putting up a fence.
Ah, my heart is so holy. I am keeping these children safe. Oh, no one is as pure as children. I can make everyone pure.
Oh god! That sounds like the start of an evil campaign.
Yes,
I can make
yes.
you pure.
Oh my
Frank's
god!
like,
Frank-
Jesus was a carpenter.
Bull Jesus!
Someone donate him a water walking item.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god! I can run on water and just charge on water. It looked like one of those lizards that run across the
I
lake.
think there are boots that are like water walking boots or something like that. I know
There,
there
there's
are.
there's a ring of
I
water
think-
walking too.
Yeah, I think I have some of those items in the list.
Also, sorcerers can just cast water walking.
Everyone
pretty
knows
great.
Jesus was a carpenter and a barbarian.
So we just
Wait,
hear
you-
this conversation in Brodalock's head about how, he's helping all these kids, and he gets to this revelation, and then we pan back over inside,
No.
like
That's
right now.
I mean, it doesn't happen a lot. It's pretty rare.
Not around these parts. We've seen strange things happening, but that is why I stay inside. Although now it seems that not even inside can protect you.
I mean, this happened outside, so it looks like it's working great.
No. There's a building further down. Burned. Just went up into flames and into ashes within seconds. Everyone inside of it gone.
Oh, that's terrible. And you're certain this was wild magic and not
I
an
don't
arsonist?
know. What is more wild than that? But you said you're looking for someone. Is this Brodalock who you're looking for? If so, I can put you in touch with him.
No, we know where he is. He's outside fixing the spikes that hurt us. So maybe the kids don't run into them.
Oh, you're with him.
Well, not right now. He's outside.
Yeah, that's not what I meant. I meant you're... Yeah, oh, okay.
Old man's done with the old man.
The truest of standoffs.
So, who is this friend of yours that you're looking for?
Wendy.
No, not Wendy.
Who is Wendy?
Wendy is my wife, or my ex-wife. And I'm in town to look for her and make sure she's not hurt.
What's this Wendy's last name? What's she look like?
I'm not sure. She remarried, and I think she took his name. But I
Does
am sure I
Wendy
can...
want to be found by you? I have this feeling that maybe if she's remarried, what is the purpose of you trying to find her then?
I want to make sure she's okay. You know, this is a dangerous town with people disappearing. I just want to make sure she's okay.
Well, if I am reminded of a Wendy, I'll let you know.
Really pretty and strong, and she has red hair.
Okay.
He notes it. And he kind of looks at you and then...
Crazy.
Out of character. Obviously, that's not what she would look like if she was my age.
Yeah, that's why he's looking at you like, okay.
That's the last time I saw her, so.
Yeah. That's what he's thinking.
And are you all she's your aunt then that you're looking for?
Is she?
Just,
You?
my head just visibly sighs. When
You are a little reddish, Rose. Is that from Wendy's red hair?
She just looks over you and she has her chicken wings.
Also, someone in chat says, "Does Wendy happen to make really good hamburgers?" She's red hair.
Nice.
professional cook.
Yeah,
But,
Rose, as you're looking over at Mortimer and you give him this look, tell me who should get the next wild magic.
Oh.
I was told by Snaz that I got the choice, but I feel like you might have someone in mind that maybe you'd like to have this go to in this moment as you look at them.
Yeah. All right. I see what you're going with there. Yeah.
All right,
That makes
Mortimer,
sense.
roll me a 1d10,000.
Now let's see if I can transfer my chickenness to you.
It says Snaz. Oh, it says I'm totally Snaz, so maybe it's not. I'm totally Snaz, I'm not lying.
You sure it's Frank?
It's probably Frank.
That's innocent whistle in chat from Frank.
Lots of love, Frank.
Ooh. I'm gonna change this up a little bit.
Ruh-roh ragging.
The ground rumbles.
Uh-oh. I scooch, just in case there's more spikes.
And a tear opens in the floor. And the fellow who was standing there before, he jumps back. His cane goes flying into the wall. He's up against the wall as far as he can. He's actually he fell into one of the other little couch sides, and outburst from the ground this creature who looks almost like a rock as it climbs out from over the edge of the like this crack that's opened up in the middle of the living room, and it looks around and it looks like it's moving really slowly.
Rodalock!
What?
Rodalock, roll me a perception check. Rodalock is just hammering at the final stick that he has in the ground. He ties the knot and he's thinking to himself, I'm gonna rid this world of sin.
Just like my hammer, my judgment will be true
My judgment
and
will be
just.
And just, yeah. And you just hear this hammer, like all he hears is like hammering on the thing with his hammer. So it's a little too loud for him to hear. But he is almost to the end of he's doing the last one, tying the last rope around, and it's like the circle that you're like, yeah. No
To the
one
beat
will
of
bother
Staying
this.
Alive.
What?
To the beat of Staying Alive.
to the beat of Staying Alive, yes. Meanwhile, everyone else roll me initiative.
This is gonna be great. I can only cast Blur.
a good spell.
is actually a. Hold on, that's.
We have
I have a +5 to that, so it's a 23.
So doomed.
Oh wait, also my charisma, so that is.
Actually, I guess that's up to your ruling, Maggie. Am I able to cast spells that have the somatic component?
yeah, it just looks ridiculous because you're a chicken.
You just gotta flap
You're
a
like
lot.
chicken feather, like parting your chicken feathers and trying to like do it. You look absurd, and I'm definitely gonna ask you to tell me what it looks like. So has everyone rolled? We've got Maya. Okay, so we've got Maya with a 17. What was yours?
25 actually.
How does a 3 go to a 25?
I have alert, and I have the thing that adds my charisma modifier to initiative.
You should be able to do that on your sheet.
I didn't update it. I thought I did. I just noticed I did.
Yeah, so
It lets me do it on my D&D Beyond, but it's not letting me do it on the roll.
yeah, so on this, can you see where I'm at right now?
Okay,
On
yeah.
your sheet. You can go in here and in the initiative, I think there's an initiative spot. Yeah, here. There's like
I did not
there's an
notice
initiative
that.
modifier right above this, so you can change that to be whatever it needs to be. So what is it supposed to be?
I have a +5 because of alert, and I also get to add my charisma modifier, which is a +2.
It auto does. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so add that to your initiative modifier.
Is it? Yeah. Is it? Hold on. Is it charisma or? Hold on. I know it's one of my.
And your
racial
charisma's 2.
traits. It was one of my things. Sorry.
It's 7. So even if you got +7, it wouldn't be a 25.
Yeah, no, I'm just
7.
joking right now.
So you have a 10.
Yeah, I have a 10.
Okay, so you have a 10. What's between Mortimer and Rose? Oh, no, never mind. Between Mortimer and Maya. Oh no, you rolled a.
I
You rolled a
10.
14. So 14 plus the 5. Okay. Is that right?
I'm very confused.
For some reason I was using Rose's, not Maya's. Rose has a 17.
Rose has a 3 on my screen.
Or Maya has a 17. I'm getting the two of them mixed up. This is my fault. How do you have a 10 modifier?
Hold on, I'm figuring that out. I'm trying to figure out because one of my things from Swashbuckler gives me a thing that adds.
I don't believe this. I must see
10.
proof.
Alert
No
gives you,
cheating.
like +7, right?
I'm
What?
working on it. Trying to figure out which one it is.
Yeah, if it's the... Well, it auto already puts in her dex modifier.
Oh, it is my charisma. Hold on.
And her charisma's 2. So it would be just a 2 modifier, not...
Yeah. I'm derping.
Where does the other 3 come from?
There. You know, it's saying, yeah, because on my D&D Beyond, it's saying +10, but then it's also, but on Roll20, it's saying I have +8. So I'm trying to figure out where the
Well, is D&D Beyond counting your alert feat?
Yes, it is accounting that.
What's your alert feat?
It adds +5 to initiative, and I can't be
So-
surprised.
5. You have a +8.
Yeah.
So this should be a +8. Hold on a second. I'll change it for you. Now you have 11.
This is so weird.
We'll figure it out. Fine.
No, the 11 would be if it was me. You rolled the natural 4.
Well, you have a 3 dex, and then you have a 3 charisma, plus the 5.
2 charisma. So, okay, so it's the dex then. So it's
Well, dex auto gets added. Because by
it's dex and then alert, which is +5, and then my charisma modifier, which is +2. So yeah, that's 10.
your charisma says 3.
Why does it say 3? What the?
'Cause
Why
you-
is it being 3? Oh, that's weird.
Did you increase your charisma when you leveled?
No, I did not. I know my charisma should be a 15. I'm not sure why it's a 17. That's weird.
It looks like something's auto modifying it. Oh, because you
Sure.
added +2 right here.
Oh, I derped.
Yeah, you
I
added.
put it in the wrong spot. My bad. I be.
There. So this is actually a +7. Okay. We figured it out, boys and girls. You have a 10 initiative now. Okay, so 10
There
plus
we
the
go.
17 is a 27. Holy cow.
Oh,
No,
I told you.
17 plus the 7. So, but it's still pretty amazing.
I am the holy cow.
24.
Yeah.
Okay, so 24. Sorry that took a little bit, everybody who's watching. We just want to make sure that going forward we have the right thing. So Maya's first. Then we've got
My bad.
Mortimer with a 10. We've got Rose with a 3. And
Rose
I'm...
does not do well with surprises.
No, I'm surprised that you are not good with surprises since you live basically around a surprise.
It's a surprise mechanic.
They fix your surprises.
And oops. This. Roll for D's. Wow. 0 for my buddy. And then I'm going to roll for the old man as well. From old man, Mr. Dean.
So the elemental just takes a nap.
It just pops out of the ground. This is annoying. Naps.
He has a 19. He's not bad.
Nice.
Spry for an old man.
Yeah, Mark is doing good.
Fastest
Yeah,
geezer in
so
High Home.
first and foremost, you see this rock creature. It's moving kind of slow. Maya, you get to go first.
Immediately, she's gonna pull out her short sword and hit it.
All right.
Alright. Does that hit? 25.
Yes.
Nice.
Don't forget your sneak attack damage.
That is true. It didn't roll. I thought I had it check marked. Feels bad.
Swashbuckler.
It's only our second combat.
And it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to roll. So that is a 5 plus 16 damage.
16. Nice. All right. Maya takes out her. You said short sword? Yeah, takes out her short sword and slices away at this rock creature. You don't take like big chunks out of it, but like little pieces of the rock start crumbling off, and the creature makes like this low grumbling like sound, and the ground shakes as it does this, and little pebbles on the ground kind of come trickling down off of its body. And it is going to be Mark's turn. Mark is going to run very quickly without his cane. He is just running. He goes up to the staircase, and he just starts scrambling up the stairs and makes it up to the top of the stairs. And it is going to be Mortimer's turn.
I knew he didn't need that cane. It's my cane.
He definitely looks like he needs a cane.
I don't know.
Indeed.
This is all a bit suspicious. Are there any kids in danger? Because we were being tended to by kids. So
You
they
don't
would
see any
be right
kids.
there. Nope,
They're all
the kids are
upstairs.
in
I
the
mean,
way.
where Mark is running towards is where you know the kids are.
Right, so there's no innocent bystanders except us.
No, you saw the only kid that was in the living room, which he was trying to make leave and not look at all of the bloody people.
Right, good.
Yeah.
So if there's no, people in danger, I, scoot back in fear from the Earth Elemental, and then I shoot it with a magic missile.
Right.
Bam. Looks like I do 8 force damage. I fixed it, so I only have to push it that one time.
That's nice.
So 8.
Wonder why it's rolling 6 on the thing. It should only be 3.
Yeah, I don't know either. Sometimes it does weird things, and you're like, okay, roll 20. Is that out for your turn?
I think so.
All right. It is now Rose. Your turn.
All right. Yeah, when it bursts from the ground, she like kind of jumps up and I guess flaps a bit.
Yeah, she's got little chicken wings. Little chicken wings.
Chicken.
And casting like this is going to be a thing for her to have to adjust to, I guess. As she starts, can she even get a grip on her arcane focus right now?
Oh. Maybe you roll like a dexterity to see if you can grab it out of your bag.
That'll go well.
Dexterity check.
So, Maggie, my passive perception is 13.
It wouldn't be the save, it'd be like the actual dex, but
Oh.
it's probably the same bonus, right?
Yes, both are 0.
Yeah, so an 8. You fumble and like your arcane focus what does it look like?
Basically, a lot like this. It's just like a little.
It's like a little
Crystal.
crystal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're trying to grab this crystal out of your pouch or something like that, and it just it fumbles onto the ground.
Well, I guess she spends the rest of the turn trying to get the focus.
Hey, I'll say that you can pick it back up, but
All right,
that'll be your turn.
Yeah.
And then we've got the rock elemental, as it's been sliced, is going to immediately attack Maya, who is in its face. And it is going to... Ooh, what does it want to do? Okay, it's going to slam down at you first. Actually, with 2 attacks. So, does 27 hit and does 15 hit?
Both do.
Right.
You're still damaged from the
Oh.
You die? That's a lot of damage.
I was like, even if I half any of that, I'm going down. Yeah, no. I will use this to half the 19, but that still puts me in the negative.
Okay. But even with the negative, so the 15 plus the 8, right? Or 9?
Yeah, 9.
So you are taking 24 damage.
Yeah.
What's your HP, your max HP?
33.
Okay, so it's not double your full, so. But you were already damaged before, that's why.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
Okay, alright. I forgot that you got damaged before with the spikes, because you haven't healed. You went to the orphanage, dude. He can just bandage you up. He can't. They are not healers. Yeah, so
The closest
you
thing we
just
have.
see Maya. What does it look like when you fall back as this creature just slams down both of his fists at you?
It's probably one of those moments where she's like trying to move, but then it's like her leg is kind of messed up and it's just like she tries to move and it just right there before she can react, just like,
So with a passive perception of 13, Maggie, do I hear this?
You're coming
Fighting.
in right after this, so just
Okay,
hold on
cool.
a second.
I was like, does it like I take it, is it just like a slam or is she like getting knocked?
It like it's slamming down at you, but you
Yeah,
can have like
no.
a little bit of effect of a knockback if you want.
Yeah. It could probably be one of those. It slams into her and the force kind of pushes her back a bit.
Yeah,
But she's out.
yeah. You just see Maya get slammed down, the first one, and the second one hits her and then knocks her back. She kind of gets pushed back, and you just see her kind of lifeless looking body laying there.
Oh, no.
Rose, what are you thinking? Not that you get to do it in action, but what are you thinking as you see your sister?
Probably something along the lines of no. Just a lot of that right now.
And outside, Brodalock, you hear this thunderous slam on the ground, and the ground shakes again. For a moment before that, though, you were like, you had your arms crossed, you were looking, you're like, this looks great, I did a good job, and then you hear that, and you're like, you kind of feel the ground shake.
How far away am I from the door?
You can run to the door.
Just regular 40 movement?
Yeah, I would say that, because you're like, it's around that side, yeah. You could dash. If you dashed, you'd make it into the living room. And you have to bust through the door. The door's locked. Like Kool-Aid Man
100%
style.
100% dash and bust through that door. 'Cause
Okay, roll me a
I
strength
have
check.
80 feet
Or
of movement.
athletics. Roll me athletics. To like bust through that door. Yeah, you bust through the door. The doorknob and like is the doorknob part of the door is still actually attached to the other part, but like the door is now open and you come rushing in. And I think you actually don't have to dash. You can probably just make it all the way to the living room spot.
Even with 40, so just regular, just not
Do you have 40
running.
or 50?
40.
Oh, 40? No, you'd have to dash if you want to get to where they
Alrighty.
are.
I am dashing and running straight into the Earth Elemental and doing a horn attack as a bonus action.
You can do a horn attack as a bonus action? Alright, like, yeah, let's do it. Moulade! Oh, I love it. Yes!
Nice.
So yeah, so it's right here. I'll just do this.
You know, you
This.
can aid these heroes by sending them magic items.
So yeah, immediately if you use the dash
Mhm.
action on your turn and move at least 20 feet, you can make one melee attack with your horn as a bonus action.
Oh,
So-
Nerda, hold on a second. Nerda, what was your donation for, if you're still in chat? It's blank. You did send a magic item? Ooh. Oh. Okay.
Are you counting the Earth Elemental as a magic item, Frank? Because that's not how that.
The Earth Elemental gets a
I
gun.
know I have that already in my list. Hold on a second. Okay, so you rush with your horn attack.
Yep.
Roll me-
Straight in.
Your attack.
Then
12 does not hit.
so I just rush in, bust the door down, just like full on, like just like you hear just like the like just running straight like a fucking train and just ramming into the elemental, headbutting him.
And then there's a plink sound.
And I'm just like roaring at it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, you roar at it. The two of you that can actually see, because the one of you's down, see Brodalock running in. And there is a magic item that does spawn. Give me a second. I will get that in a moment. But it's not going to be as helpful. It is now Maya's turn, which you are down, so you have to roll me a death save.
Alright.
You can also give Maya natty 20s. If you give Maya a natty 20, she automatically rolls a success. She needs she automatically rolls 2 successes with a natty 20. She just needs 3 successes to come back with
13.
0.
Don't you automatically get up on a natural 20?
That's the point of
One
it.
hit point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you get
She can just get up.
the
Or no,
one.
she doesn't get up. I thought it was like you got to 0 HP. Or is it 1?
No, it's you
If you roll a
stabilize.
natural 20,
so
you
it's
get
1.
1 HP.
But stabilize just means you have 0 HP and you're not dead.
That's if you roll 3 successes. And if you roll a natural 20, you regain 1 hit point. and
Okay,
you're
it's
fine.
just 1 HP, yeah. Alright, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was saying. It's like, it would be 1 HP, not. You get a success. So, mark your success. And it is now Dean. Dean runs. He's running into, and you just hear a door slam. You hear him shouting, and then you hear another door open. That's all you hear. And then Mortimer, it's your turn.
Okay, now I get up because I was like crawling on the ground. I shout to where Mr. Dean ran, "Get the kids out of here!" And then I'm gonna magic missile again because, that's my best spell. Shlaboom.
What's it look like?
Bad.
Yeah, what does it look
So,
like?
Yeah. This time I'm just gonna remember to narrate my spells more. I hold out my hands like this and just go and little balls of force fly out and hit it in the knee.
So 20,
In knee.
in the knee.
21 damage.
Earth elementals have knees.
Yeah,
Earth
it does have knees.
It used to be an
Nice.
Earth Elemental. Then it took a
Yeah,
magic
you
missile
do
to the
this,
knee.
and actually, as you do that, kind of one knee buckles down and it drops onto one knee, but its others is still standing. So it's kind of like it almost looks like it's doing like that kneel you would for like a king or something like that almost. And it is now Rose's turn.
All right. I'm gonna try it. So Rose is gonna be trying to kind of draw like sigils in the air with her focus and chicken wings. And so as the focus goes through the air, it creates like sparking sigils in front of her. And I'm also going to expend one sorcery point to make this not affect any of my teammates.
Didn't mean to click that.
I'm going to use Hypnotic Pattern.
Ooh.
Ooh, sounds fancy.
So what does that do?
You create a twisting pattern of colors that waves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. The pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
19.
Wow. Well, all right.
Heck.
Each creature in the area who sees the pattern. I think I see the pattern.
Well, I used my one of my sorcery points to use called careful
Safety
casting.
area. Yeah.
Yeah, and since I have a charisma modifier of 4, I can make that up to 4 creatures. Don't have just automatically succeed.
If only Mark was here. Oh!
All right.
Well, failing that, I guess I try to pick up Maya.
Okay, roll me a strength.
That's gonna be good.
With the chicken wings.
Yeah, and the -1 strength. Better than I expected.
You are able to barely carry her with your weird chicken wings. And now you're just kind of like you have her scooped up in your chicken wings. And it is now the creature's turn. And the creature actually is going to use its earth glide, and you see it jump into the air, and it pounds back down in the air, and you just see it go down under. And then rocks kind of form over it.
Do I get attack of opportunity or not?
No. No, because it's almost like a dash. It's like or not a dash, a disengage, right?
Okay.
So you have a moment. 4. So it is first Maya's turn. Maya, roll me your good old death save.
15.
Another success.
Nice.
Ooh, lucky. All right, and now it is Mortimer's turn.
Right.
What about me? I was after the creature.
You are. Oh yeah, you're after the monster, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta put you back in here.
You're fine.
Roll me your initiative actually, because
Okay.
you now are in this round. The first one you got kind of like a surprise thing. 11. Okay, so you are right before Mortimer.
Nice.
Which is now.
Yeah. Good
What's that?
catch.
I get my axe out. So one thing, people, if you didn't notice now, you see that around Burlock's arms are like chains that have like shackles that have some broken chains on them. He sit there, he just beats his chest, and he does like a little roar, and he enters a rage.
Get in that rage.
So angry.
I'm an
Oh,
angry
yeah!
I'm an angry boomy.
All right. And then it is going to be. Are you readying an action other than that?
Whenever it comes up, I'm going to attack it.
All right.
If it's within range.
Yeah, you're
Golem.
preparing yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
and then Mortimer.
Oh, that's me. So it's still alive.
It's the Messiah. Oh my god.
It's the Messiah.
I'm gonna stand in front of Maya, the protector,
Aw.
and then I'm gonna just let loose with another magic missile.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
that's
you
even
can't see
better.
it. So where are you putting that magic missile?
I can't see it.
Yeah, it
It
went
went
down into the
underground.
ground.
Oh.
That's why I said you guys kind of have like a free
right.
moment before because it's
Oh.
you can't see it. It like jumped up in the air and then it went down under the ground and Earth went over it.
In that case,
Or are you attacking the
Move to
ground of where it
protect-
was?
I move to protect Maya, and then I ready my action with a magic missile for when it appears again.
Perfect. You can totally do that. And
Use the same roll because
as you do that, you're like holding your hands out, prepared. A jug appears in front of Brodalock from under the ground and comes out, and it's just this jug.
Drink it.
would I
Chug the
shoot?
jug.
Would I
Um,
shoot the thing?
I don't know what y'all want to do. You decide if you want to shoot it or not.
Brodalock. Oh god. Brodalock sees it. He's confused, but he just picks it up.
You pick it up. Look in your handouts. Because it is an action, and it's not an out-of-character thing. I think someone else still has a talisman, but because that wasn't a magic item that was given to you through
Oh,
this
whoops.
stuff, you automatically know what it is.
So, what's my what?
It's in handouts. It is
Oh,
called
okay.
Alchemy Jug.
Oh, one of those things. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, those are great.
That's what we
Yeah.
used to fight the
This
King
is
of
donated
Feathers.
to you by Anonymous.
It's the jar of
Thank
mayonnaise.
It is.
Oh, was it Frank that donated it?
I don't know.
It
It says
said he don't-
Anonymous. I don't know if it was meant to say Anonymous.
It was
said it
Frank.
me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Frank.
I
Thank you.
now have all the wine. I mean, what?
It's a jar of mayonnaise. That's
Charge of
Oh.
mayonnaise.
Oh god, that would be too.
only mayonnaise.
Oh no.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick.
All right, and then
Love
Rose,
that
it is
part.
your turn before anything else happens.
I try to drag Maya out of the area.
Okay. Where are you dragging her to exactly? Or you're carrying her, so where are you taking her to?
Probably like right outside the door, and then probably gonna like set her down and try to stabilize her.
Okay, you set her down and you try to stabilize her. Roll me your medicine check.
All right. Probably the whole time she's saying stuff like, "You're too stubborn to die. You're gonna be okay."
Aw.
No.
Oh no. She doesn't stabilize. What does it look like when you're trying to like stabilize her and then nothing happens? Oh,
I
this is so
think
sad.
she's just kind of starting to lose it, like definitely tearing up pretty bad, and just her words are starting to get less comprehensible. Just she's starting to break down a little.
Oh.
And then the rumbling under the ground starts happening.
It's coming
And-
back.
You can hear it as it's coming back. This time the ground rumbles louder than it did before, and a puff of steam comes smoking through the room and kind of encompasses all of you. Rose, as you look back into the room, you can't actually see. It looks like it's just full of steam. The rest of you are in the fray of a bunch of steam, so it kind of like makes it a little bit harder for you all to see. But you can feel the ground rumble and bursting through that rock creature climbing back in. But something else is with it.
Oh no.
Or something else.
What?
And these are donated to us by the wonderful Nerta. Nerta, thank you for the $120 for the kids at St. Jude, making it very difficult for these kids to try to
Jeez.
save the kids.
Thanks for the donation and
Wow, we are gonna die.
Oh, wait. A card would be nice for this further donation? Oh, okay, that's for the other thing. Okay. And they just donated another $100. But that is, I think that is, thank you so much for the $220. We really appreciate that. I don't know how close that makes us to our next goal, but that's insane.
Holy crap!
Thank
That's even
you.
better than last week. Amazing.
And yeah, you'll definitely get your card. That'll be at the end of the campaign.
A
thank
card
you.
would be nice.
A card would be
A
nice.
card as I potentially do a TPK. We'll see what
Yeah, you might kill these people. It's fine. So we have a 19
It's close to death
for
anyway.
our Muppet. Monster 2.
Our Muppet.
Monster 3. And Monster... Oh god, they're all going before you. 12 is going to be Monster 4.
Please let me take out
and
the
Monster
stupid
5 has a
one.
5 initiative, which is still out before Rose. Okay, so
Oh lord, Muppets.
here
This-
we go. The first one comes up. Actually, the two of you were holding actions. You
Yeah.
get to go first. So,
I also my attack
Mortal
action.
Lock, go. Do your attack
Alrighty.
first. I almost forgot. I'm
will-
sorry. It definitely goes to you guys first because you were holding your attacks.
I will smack the Earth Elemental or attempt to.
Yeah, whatever you had, whatever action you had held. You don't get to do multiple attacks. You just get to do whatever.
Yeah,
your-
just the one. I don't. What was it?
Oh, all right, 15. Don't hit its AC.
Ah.
Oh, I'm so sad. That's a really good, a lot of damage. 16, jeez.
Then I had my Divine Fury on top of it, also I can roll after. So
Oh man. And that's your action, right? For your held
that's
action.
my held action. Yeah.
I
Mortimer.
should not have used my cool rolls for the investigation stuff. I should have
No,
just...
you should not
Right.
have. You never know what's gonna hit you. Hey, but that's what Mortimer's supposed to be good at, right?
Yeah, I know. It's
All right,
okay.
Mortimer, let's see what you had held.
Well, I'm just going to use the same roll because why not?
Okay,
So it's right up there. It's 12 force damage.
all right,
It always
12.
hits. So once again, hold out the hands, and 3 magical orbs force slam into the Earth Elemental. This time right in the face because I'm shooting it right as it pops back up.
So it's
Is-
12 force damage.
Is it thunder damage or force damage they're
Force.
weak to?
This magic.
Yeah, I meant like the Earth Elementals. I know they're weak to I think thunder. And is it force as well or just thunder?
Are you using your personal knowledge or what your character would know?
No, I'm just saying like no, I meant for like his damage, the force.
It is
for him.
thunder.
Okay.
Thunder is what they're vulnerable to. But
I
that
just
was
couldn't remember.
that was good memory, Kath.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. So I was like, oh wait a second, I know it's one of those two.
Well, yeah. So if one of you did something,
not a
but
lot
you
that's
don't
weak
in
to
character
force.
know this,
I
so you
don't.
have.
Yeah, no.
If you want to share that knowledge, on your turn, you can be like, "What are they weak to?" That is an option for you, for anybody who's new to like D&D as well. Like if you're fighting a foe and you're like, "I'm wondering what its weakness is," you can figure those things out. You can ask on your turn. That can be how you use your turn, which is super beneficial if you know your casters
Yeah.
have different types of spells. And monsters are vulnerable to things, which means they take like double damage or they take half damage, like this creature does on something. And then it is going to be
I'm gonna get stabbed so many times.
the creature's turn, right? Yeah, because you guys did your held actions already.
All the methods are gonna stab me.
The creature is going to dual slam. $15, $14? Does this hit you?
I think my AC is 14, so I think both of them hit. AC
Really?
is 14.
That's pretty low.
Yeah, that's because multiple scores.
Oh no, do you not have armor?
No, because unarmored defense.
Okay.
Barbarians, unarmored defense.
Oh yeah,
yes.
but you take half damage because you're
Yep.
Raging.
yeah, you're raging. So 15, 17, and you're taking half damage. So you actually take
So
11.
that's 11, yeah.
Yeah, 11 damage. It hammers its fist down at you, and surprisingly, you don't take as much damage as it would have thought you would have. Nicely done. One of the steam methods is these weird looking, like, they kind of look like dragonfly bugs almost, but it looks like they're made out of steam. Kind of moves around, and the steam in the room slowly dissipates, and so like the room is kind of clear and you can see these bugs. One of them is going to go over. Wait, no, actually, it doesn't get to go yet. It is Maya's turn.
Alright.
My roll is the last one.
Live, you idiot.
9.
I just tell you.
That's a failure.
That's a failure. You can give people natty 20s, and that would make this combat way easier. Right on the right-hand side, you can help save our lovely heroes here. They immediately have to use them instead of their normal rolls. A 9. So you have 2 successes and 1 failure, right?
Yep. I need to either succeed one more time, or if I crit fail, then she dies.
Or you can give natty 1s. This is true. Frank. And then it is going to be the Muppets. It is going to fly over. The first one's going to fly over to where Brodalock is, and it's going to try to attack you. With its claw, I think.
That definitely hits.
I'm like real lucky. It only gets 1 claw, so it is going to do 1 damage to you, slashing, which is you take half, and it'll do 1 fire damage to you. And then the other one is going to run over to you and try to do the same thing. 22. I don't know how this is happening, but I'm rolling really well today.
Crit too.
So it does 3 damage, 4 damage, and 2 fire, right? Right?
Yes, I'm only
Normal
resistant. I'm only
damage
resistant
gets
to-
halved, but not the fire.
Yeah, I'm only resistant to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing.
Yes,
So-
the slashing is halved. And then
Yeah,
you take
so-
4 fire damage.
So is it 2 or 3? Are you doing the rounded down or rounded up?
I'll round down. I think it's supposed to
So
be rounded up.
6.
Okay. The third one, I think. Yes.
I think yes.
Yeah.
Let's kill our bull man.
I think Brodalock gets to go. No. It's a 12 initiative, then Brodalock gets to go again. So the third one is going to fly over to where Mortimer is. It's going to try to claw you, Mortimer. For a
Steam.
9. Does a 9 hit Mortimer?
Oh my god.
It tries to claw at you, and it misses with its steam claw as Mortimer dodges it. And then it is now Brodalock's turn.
Alright, I, raging, will try to swing at the Earth Elemental.
Okay. 22 hits. 8
Alright,
damage.
and I will also add my extra 7 read.
Get him, Brodalock.
Nice. An extra 7 damage. Woo! Alright. Nicely done. And then it is going to... Do you have anything else you wanted to do?
I will actually, the bonus action, attempt to push the Earth Elemental 10 feet away due to my racial hammering horns.
Yeah.
That's real cool.
Alright, so what does it need to do?
It needs to succeed a strength saving throw. Let's see, 13.
Ooh, it succeeds. Barely, but it does. Woo! That's cool. You can just do that for a bonus action. Awesome. And then it is going to be Mortimer's turn.
I'm a little panicked because there's a method in my face, and I don't like those.
No.
And there's 4 methods, so now things are getting a little hairy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach into my cloak, and then pull something out, throw it, and that casts web.
Nice.
One of its abilities.
Are you putting it on?
I'm trying to get all the bad guys and none of the good guys, but you know.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't care if I
Who
get it.
knows?
You might. The only person that you might get is Brodalock, but yeah.
It says it doubles the surface area, so that's a 40-foot cube. So that
Nice.
should-
Yeah. You know, these poor people's living room has just got this giant crack in it, and like webbing all over everything. Nice. I think you can probably position it enough where Brodolock's not in there. Not when I'm like thinking about it, because you could put it in a square around, just barely. Like, but if Brodolock steps forward, it will step into the webbing.
Yeah, and each creature that starts its turn in the webs or enters them must make a dexterity saving throw, and if it's failed, it's restrained. And after that, I run away.
Okay, paste that into the chat. And where are you running to?
If
you run away, I get an attack of opportunity on you, just so you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, making sure.
Nat 20.
I'm-
That's the dice.
I don't just move away. I take the
Disengage
action, right?
You can't cast and then take a disengage. Disengage takes up.
No, you're right. So I just run away normally and take an attack of opportunity.
Okay. The Muppet will try to claw on you. 6 does not hit, right?
Nope.
Ooh, you were lucky, man.
You almost got hit with the net.
Is it luck or skill?
So each creature that starts, so it's on the start of its turn. It has to make a dex save. Okay, so on the start of all their turns, I have to make dex save. Make sure, remind me to do that.
Yeah.
It
I
is
should
now.
also figure out what the save DC is. It's the item. Does it? Not me. Oh, spell save 13. It says so. Good. All right, good.
Paladins. Oh. You are a rogue, aren't you? Like a level 1 rogue?
Yeah.
I don't know if you
he's
get
talking
that.
about
I'm not that good yet.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's level. Because I think you get that level 3.
level 2.
Level 2, okay, yeah.
Cunning action.
Nice though, Snaz. Nice try to save. I was like, ooh, you know, I'm with you. I'm always on the play side. I want them to have fun. Nerda is trying to kill them.
He's doing a real good job too.
Yeah.
But I've whipped them now. I'm running away.
Nerda
So
spawned
I'm
4 enemies. Like
with
what?
Rose and Maya now, I think.
Okay, yeah. So you're running away. Let me try to claw you one more time. Oh, never mind. I already did that. You're
Yeah, we
good.
did
Sorry.
that.
It is now and the other Muppet's turn though. And it is trying to claw Rodalock. The
And
15
it
hit?
starts in the area, right? So it has to make the save.
Oh yeah, it does have to make a save. So that is a dex save.
Yeah, 13. DC.
It does not save.
Caught in the web. That's 1.
Ooh, it's caught in the rev. So does that mean it can't claw?
It's restrained. It can't go anywhere, but it can attack.
Okay, so it can still keep attacking him. But
Yeah.
if he steps back, it can't. But that does mean the big dude can't attack you because you pushed. Oh no, he didn't. You didn't push him back. Dang.
Feels
Oh
bad.
man. And a 15 does hit you, right?
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay, so 1 slashing and 2 fire. And then we have Rose's turn.
All right.
You can donate natty 20s to them. Oh, Maya, you get a nat 20. Old Mr. Frodo, bringing it in. Woo!
Well, in that
go.
case, I'm gonna try hypnotic pattern again, and once again use a sorcery point to make it not affect Brodalock. And yeah,
Snorting and like.
So I need to make a wisdom save on big guy.
anything that's in the area.
Okay, so
that is
all of
friendly
them.
to me now. Yeah.
excluding
Okay,
me.
wisdom save. And it has to be a DC what? 4
15.
does not save.
Nice.
This is going to be for monster number 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. So Dex, or not Dex, Wiz, right? Wrong one.
Yeah.
Wiz. Ooh, one
That
does
one
really
just falls
bad.
asleep.
Ooh, none of them make it.
Okay.
Yes.
So what happens to them?
They are basically they just sit there and are hypnotized for
Okay,
to-
so what you see is, and what was the DC again?
15.
15, yeah. So what you see is all of a sudden, all of the creatures, including the big guy, all, like the big guy kind of, you just hear like a little rumble of rocks as they like creak and touch one another, and they like, and he kind of like does this thing, and he's just watching he's just looking at Rose, and the 3 little Mephits who are like stuck in the spider webbing as well. They're just kind of lightly swaying in the web, and you can just see, because all of them are swaying in the same stance as they're all staring at Rose, and their eyes are kind of like wibbly wobbly. The whole spider webbing that's on top of them is just slightly moving, like almost to like a song. And
They have no chance to escape the spider web now because they're incapacitated, so they just automatically get caught.
yeah,
That
they're
works
just
great. This is
automatically
amazing.
caught. Nicely done. All right, Rose. And then
Teamwork.
it is Big Monster's turn, and I think on his turn he does get to try to save one of those things.
Well, first he gets restrained, like at the start of his turn, he gets
Yeah.
restrained because he's stunned by the spell or whatever it's called. So
Yeah.
he's caught in the web now, so that's good. And then he gets to make saves.
Yeah, so now he makes a wisdom save. Again. He has to get above 15, which he does not because he is not wise. And then it is going to be Maya's turn.
Which I have to.
She gets a
Nah,
natty
the
20.
Pattern
She's
hit, it's charmed for the duration, which is a minute.
Mhm.
So everyone who is hit by Rose's spell is done for a minute. And
Oh.
the web spell is
I thought it was
also
just concentrated
long.
up to a 1 minute.
Yeah.
Well, on a failed save,
But
the
I'm-
creature becomes charmed for the duration.
Yep, so for a
The
time it is
creature is
charmed.
okay, so actually they all failed their save, so that last roll doesn't even matter. They're for the next 10 rounds. You're basically out of combat for the next 10 rounds.
Yeah.
So, but we still have to.
web lasts for an hour, also concentration.
Yeah. So, what do y'all want to do in the next 10 minutes, I guess, or like 10 rounds?
Run
Yes,
away!
Yeah.
We're just gonna leave them in the orphanage.
Well, the kids are safe.
Hopefully.
They're
Orlok's
upstairs.
Still in a frenzied, and he's probably gonna want to attack.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Just the
Maybe
earth
I
elemental, though.
Maybe I should have been
Just the earth elemental. It's only one of the other ones are still.
You could talk him down from being
No,
angry.
it's fine. It means
You do
it's
have the
turn.
kids upstairs, so you
He's
might
wanting-
want to
Yeah.
evacuate them.
Well, it is stuck in the web.
Yeah.
So we could basically just be enormous jackasses and pull all of our melee away from it and just shoot at it.
You could.
I
Yeah.
mean,
But it
let's-
has
Hitting
it,
anything wakes it up, though.
Yeah.
yeah, anything
So we
wakes it
have
up,
to
and
get
then
them
it
one
will
at a
then it will get to have at every start of the round. It can try to get out of the webbing.
Burlock
Right.
would just say, "Save the children." That's all he's gonna say. He's still standing right in front of it, like axe ready.
So you're not hitting it? What are you doing? It's your turn. What do you do?
He's telling you all to save the children.
I think he's going back in. From what it seems like.
Oh well, it's Maya's turn first, right?
Yeah. 'cause we
stabilized.
just gotta-
She's stabilized,
Uh,
so you're at 1 HP now, and you breathe, and your sister now sees you alive, like breathing, and you come to with your eyes open with 1 HP and your 1 HP. Thank you, old Mr. Frodo, with your kind heart and the $10 for the kids at St Jude. Of course, you can still donate over here to help help them out if you want to help them defeat this creature. Otherwise, I think they're gonna leave it in the. That's not gonna have problems.
Oh no, Brodog's gonna fight. He might die, but he's gonna fight.
Oh
He's
no,
like-
Brodolock, you crazy! It is now Brodolock's turn because the other guys, none of the Muppets can do anything. They're just all three of the Muppets are just like looking at like little steam bugs staring at Rose in the eye.
Brodolock literally just says, "Hurry, go evacuate," as he's getting ready to swing again. So he's telling him to go evacuate the kids and everyone,
Mm-hmm. And if it's our turn, we'll do that.
and then go get help.
You can respond to him as he's saying that. Like you can be like, "No,
Yeah, we
you
have
need to run."
like
you can like say something to him.
They're caught. You can run away. I'm sure he's got the kids out the back by now.
go check. I'm staying here to make sure.
Okay.
Right, Brodolock, are you attacking or are you
I'll
gonna
make my way up the stairs then.
are you gonna
I'm-
hold your action to do something if something happens? You can also do that.
I'm going to wait until I see them not like, oh, you know.
Okay, so if they break out of this charm or whatever is happening, what do you want to do exactly? You have to be very specific.
I want to start attacking the Earth Elemental.
You want to hit it with your melee attack. Okay, cool.
Yes.
It is now your turn, Mortimer.
I move up the stairs to see if the kids have climbed out the back somehow.
Right. You come upstairs and you open up the door. The first door is not, there's no one in there, but you can hear some children and like people crying in the far room. You open the door. You can't go further than that. How many feet can you move?
Just normal human speed.
Yeah, so like as you get to the last door, you can't go into the door, but you can open it and you can look in and you see just everyone crowded in there. There's about 10 kids and 2 adults. It looks like the madam of the house and the old man that you had met earlier.
And I tell them, don't just sit here, run! You've got to get out! They're caught for now, you've only got moments, run!
Where can we run? There
Outside.
is the entrance. You want us to go out downstairs? Is it safe?
It's as safe as it's gonna get.
Come on, children, come on.
And the lady's like, thank you, she says to you, and she kind of rounds the kids, and they all start forming a line to go out the door that you're in. And they get to probably right down to the end of the staircase for their turn. And then now it is going to be Rose's turn.
I think she's just gonna.
That is a concentration spell, so if you do anything else, you might break
if
concentration.
you cast another spell or take damage, then you're hosed.
It's only if you cast another concentration spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cast another concentration spell or take damage.
Or take damage.
Yeah, probably just gonna.
So you could cast something that's non-concentration.
Yeah, I don't have anything that would help.
Okay.
Wild magic.
1d10,000. Let's go.
It's okay, kids. You're safe. And then wild magic.
You can donate for wild magic to happen.
No, do it.
If you
We've
want.
barely got this
It's
covered now.
only $15 for the kids.
For the kids, for a good cause.
We're killing the kids in this room, yes.
The fictional kids to save the real kids.
I know my character's only fictional, but he wants to live too, okay? Yeah.
Hey, some of them will make... Rose isn't dead. Rose just has chicken wings and chicken legs. It's fine.
Just got chicken legs.
Mal's like, don't kill them.
So Rose, what are you doing? You're just gonna hold your action. Do you want to hold an action for a situation to happen too? You can also do that. Like
You have to
Brodolok's
describe
doing.
what you're doing.
You have to be specific. Dan,
Oh, sorry. What was that? Again?
do you want to hold an action? Because you do have an action, so you could just hold an action for a specific situation to happen as well.
Yeah.
You have to be very specific about what you're doing and what you're casting, or what you're doing and what you're gonna do.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really break out of my spell, but I don't know. In case something else threatening shows up, I guess I might be ready to cast an acid splash at it.
Right, that seems like a valid thing. In case someone donates another dangerous, for $30, you can donate a danger. You know?
Another danger, baby.
Yeah, another danger baby. And it is going to be.
Our range goes away.
Donate a threat to our enemies, please.
We still have more rounds going,
do
so it's going to
that.
be Maya's turn again.
That's such a great idea.
All right. Maya's actually conscious. That's nice.
Oh yeah. Also, Rose probably hugs Maya immediately.
Aww.
I'm to which Maya
Your
replies,
sister's like looks like she's been crying.
"Oh my god, I'm fine, you baby." She'll get up with that.
I'm fine. I only have 1 HP. It's fine.
Maya's very confident. Maya's going to assess the situation because last she saw was probably a giant earthen fist that hit her in the face.
Yeah, roll me, like a perception if you want, or I can just tell you what you see if you're not looking for something.
Let's roll a perception.
Okay, with a 13, you're actually not as disorientated. I mean, you even told your sister, like, stop being a baby, it's fine. And you look around and you see a bunch of webbing over this crack and all over the furniture and up on the wall. It's just taking up the entire room over there. You're kind of outside of the room. You're like in the hallway, almost closer to the foyer of the door. And you can see the rock elemental is just kind of like holding itself, and it's kind of like creaking back and forth, and like you just hear the rumbling of the rocks next to each other. And then there's 4 Meppets, like steam, like bug creatures, and they're all kind of staring at your sister, like very adamantly, and they're all doing the same motion. So you can just see this wave of like webbing moving to that same motion, staring at your sister. You can't see Mortimer, you don't know where he is. And you see Brodalock kind of like standing there, guard, ready to like, he looks like and he's kind of probably like breathing heavily, and maybe looks really angry, like he wants to charge in there and murder something. And your sister just looks like a crying mess, but she's like also like kind of holding her one chicken wing arm out, trying to like keep this one spell concentrated.
I guess we'll just, I think I will hold action, and if anything tries to attack Rose, I will go into melee. I think that's what I will do.
Okay. We're gonna fast forward a bit. You're all probably gonna be holding those actions, I'm guessing, for the 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Once that one round goes over, his rage dies because he didn't attack or no one attacked him. And so he'd be more sound of mind now, and he would think that, all right, once everyone's gone, he's gonna dash out because he's not affected by difficult terrain when he dashes. So if his spider web won't affect him, and he'll just run.
You're not in the spider webbing, and the spider webbing is the opposite direction of where you'd go to get out.
Still, he would still make sure everyone is out and then dash out. That's the plan.
So during the next, probably not, because you still have like 9 more rounds. Which you're definitely gonna get out. Probably within the next like 3 rounds. The kids kind of move. There's a little bit of pause as they're coming down the stairs, and they're like, the little kids are like, oh, what's that? Oh, and they're like all staring, and like the adults are trying to like be like, don't look, let's go, like trying to like get them out, but like some of them are trying to look, and they slowly get them out the front door and outside. You see Mortimer following behind them. You all can leave if you want. But as soon as Rose drops, I think you probably have to stay in eyesight with them, right, to keep your charm.
I don't know. All it says is that
it has a range.
Yeah, it does have a range of 120 feet. But it also just says that they're charmed for the duration. It doesn't say like charmed while in line of sight or while in reach still. I'm not sure if they're just
I think it is.
The pattern stays for the duration,
Yeah,
and that's what's doing the hypnotizing.
Yeah, it's not him. It's just the spell's been cast, so he has to be within range and then cast
Yeah,
it.
so as long as you stay within 120 feet.
Yep. No, because I don't know, but I'm pretty sure as long as concentration holds, he can like go out and like hide behind something. He doesn't have to have line of sight.
Yeah, because it stays there.
It's weird that you wouldn't have a line of sight. But
You don't continuously cast the spell. You're just like keeping it up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's weird. Like that just seems weird to me to have like a hypnotize, but not like have to have line of sight of like the thing that you're hypnotizing.
You're not hypnotizing them. You're casting a hypnotic pattern.
Yeah. You're having a pattern, and they're like staring at him.
It's kind of like I threw a hypno flare.
Do something else, and the pattern stays there and keeps hypnotizing them for as long as you're, dedicating a portion of your.
No, I get it. And then Brodalock, just so you know, you have a nat 20 now. Old Mr. Frodo sent you one.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you have a nat 20. Your next roll is definitely a nat 20. So if you all decide to leave, then you decide to leave. Just Rose needs to stay within 120 feet for them to stay mesmerized by the pattern.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something.
And then that will only last up to 1 minute.
Yeah. I think Rose gets at like the edge of her spell range and tells anyone else who's listening, get the guards.
Yeah, that's what.
As long as I can.
Okay. So who's gonna get the guards?
I mean, Brodalock is ridiculously fast.
He is.
Horrifyingly fast, one might say.
Just ask him who's running to get the guards.
Rodalok looks at her. Are you gonna be okay?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
the kids are safe though.
Rodalok just hold up me.
The kids are all huddled up. Mark is like with them, and so is the matron. They're both all kind of like snuggled up there.
I'm gonna flip a coin, rolling a d2, and see 2's yes, 1 is no.
Ooh.
All right. So Rodalok nods. He says, "Be safe," and just his hoof like kind of cracks some of the wood and just bursts out, yelling
Alright.
for guards.
Yeah, you book it. Roll me just an athletics or a acrobatics. I think athletics makes the most sense for like how quickly you can run.
Oh yeah, definitely be athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just so average tonight, dear God. All my
That's
rolls.
above average. Like a 10 is like an average. Yeah. So you go running. It's just not like superhuman, you know. You go running. You're running fairly quickly, and you find a guard. You kind of like move your way through people, and some of the people are like, you know, like because you're just rushing through them. You're not caring. You're not trying to hurt people, but you're probably like, excuse me, and you're like, you are polite. So you are doing that, and you do find two guards kind of like standing there. You move your way
Oh
through.
wait,
Nice.
yeah, Proto's right. Add a 20. That burns the 20 right there, so it's a natural 20.
You're
Don't-
right, Frodo. Nice.
He's moving so fast right now.
You
I am.
you bust through all of that. You find the people within this just makes it faster. Like, yeah.
I'm like.
He'll
you see-
find
I'm like,
two guards. Yes,
Yes, two guards.
gonna be like Laurel and Hardy. What's all this then?
We need help. There's trouble with the orphanage.
What?
There are monsters in the orphanage right now. We need help. Also, I'm like beaten up and bloody too.
You are. The two of them look
Yeah.
at each other, kind of exchange glances, and immediately grab a couple things that are next to them, and they go running.
And I book back as well, like trying to get more guards.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll again. You got a 20. You got an extra 20. The three of you are just running. They're kind of like, let's see if they're keeping up with you, actually, because
Like with dash, I'm running 80 feet per like 6 seconds
Jesus.
because I'm using regular movement of 40, then dashing as well, so it's 80 feet per 80 feet per.
you
6 seconds.
are going like with a natty 20. You are booking it. They are like initially you all like they actually started running before you did, but you run right past them, and the two of them are kind of keeping pace. They probably are like jogging partners, and they just see you running ahead of them, and they're like, the
It's
two
like
of them,
Captain America underlapped.
yeah, the two of them kind of exchange look like, oh man, maybe that, like there is really something, and so like they kind of like push an extra bit to kind of keep up with you so that they can make it. And the three of you arrive at the orphanage. They see the children, and they're like, where's the threat?
I'm
It's
just.
there. You have it webbed up for now, but they'll gonna escape.
They nod, and they're like, keep the children safe, as they look over there, and the two of them are like, ready? Any of you able to help?
Burlock already ran in. He's already running in.
All right. They both, one of them follows through. The other one is saying this and looking at the rest of you. You look like you need some aid. You should probably stay out here. They say to Maya. That person says to Maya.
Maya's going in.
Nuts.
She
No, she
probably-
goes in. She goes in. She doesn't care.
He says as he like looks at you, Rose.
What does he say?
He's like, but she.
She should stay here. Maya!
She's not listening.
He's gonna run up and he's gonna try to pick you up, Maya.
She's gonna resist.
All right, resist with your athletics
Take respawn.
or
I can't buy
acrobatics
you
that allow
help.
you to like slime through.
Acrobatics.
Oh, I got an natural 20. 26 versus
Wow.
14. He scoops you up in his like manly arms and
Cool.
carries
It's
you.
really romantic.
If you're into it, he's pretty attractive. He has a high charisma. No, I'm just kidding. And he carries her. He carries you back and like puts you back down. He's like, "Stay. You need to take care of yourself." And he kind of looks at Rose and he's like, kind of hoping that you'll watch.
Yeah.
Cops.
Cops. Axe cop.
Do you say anything to him, Rose?
She just like nods at him.
All right, and he nods back at you, and then he goes running in. Meanwhile, Brodalok, if you're rushing in, and the other guard is going to come in with you, Mortimer, what are you doing?
I stand there panting. No, I'll have to wait there for a bit for him to come back, so I'll be calm again. I think I'm gonna be confused about what's going on.
Okay. So you just stand there confused as you're watching all this happen. Are you standing near the kids, or are you standing near Maya?
I'll be near Maya and Rose.
Okay. Yeah, you're standing like behind Maya and Rose, and this other guard goes running in. But first, Brodalok and the guard get to go. So Brodalok, what do you do?
As I'm running in, I will take my axe, bonus action, go into a rage, and smash on one of the methods.
All right, go ahead, roll me your attack.
You don't want to smash the Earth Elemental?
To get the smaller ones, man.
Yeah, I think I like that strategy of getting the small ones first.
Yeah.
So we get a rage down.
Yeah.
Then
There's a method to his
Ooh,
madness.
thank you for the raid, Nerd Fam. Appreciate it. Welcome to our Nerd Fam. Wait, actually, they have a really low armor class, but 8 doesn't quite hit it. I'm sorry.
I meant to do reckless attack, but I didn't say it beforehand, so it's okay.
I'll allow it. Roll again for your reckless attack, because I get a +5 on attack to you.
If he doesn't flat out murder it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. You don't hit though, so you don't break the spell either.
That's true. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, you miss it, and you actually take off some of the webbing off of it, making it easier for it if it wanted to escape from the webbing. Mwahaha. And it is now going to be the guard's turn. The guard's going to attack. Oh my god. 8. 21. Okay, 21 hits.
Come on, cop buddy.
God, buddy. God,
You would
buddy.
get advantage on hitting them while they're webbed up and charmed.
That is a fair point.
I wouldn't have to do.
Just sitting
I wouldn't
there.
have to do reckless.
Right, takes 8 damage. Yeah, then you wouldn't have to do reckless.
Okay, so we'll ixnay the reckless.
All right. So this Muppet takes 8, and it goes down.
Nice.
Yeah. So it actually just like, you just see the steam slowly rumble away from it, and it kind of dissipates as he slashes it. And he's like, "Are you okay?" He says to you, Brodalok.
Just Purlock just like angrily snorting. He's like, "Get the rest!" And just
And he nods, and he looks to the right as you look to the left, and the you're both looking at 2 different ones. Like you're like, "All right, we're gonna take these out." 1 down, 3 more to go. Well, technically 4 more to go. The other guy kind of runs in, but he's not able to quite make it. He just makes it up to you all, but he's not able to attack as well.
and Crazy Train just
Oh,
plays
the
in
first
the
guard
background.
does get advantage. You're right. So he would get to do 2 more. That's his damage. Whoops. 17, which would hit. Just see what he did. Yeah. All right. 15. So he does get to hit the other one. 4.
Come on, 12
12.
damage. Nice.
This one has a little bit more HP, so it doesn't quite kill it, but it looks like it's almost about to dissipate. All right, and then it is going to be outside. Do any of you want to do anything?
All right, we're
Oh, yeah.
fighting.
I do.
I'll try. I'll head in.
The method breaks free of the thing because it got hit.
Yep,
And then
the second method does, yeah.
There's a method to our madness.
I already used that earlier.
Or technically the method 3, because method 2 is dead.
I just hear Muppets and I'm like,
What do you want to do,
Urban
Rose?
Muppet.
Yeah, I'm gonna head in, and I'm going to burn. I guess
Blaze to the ground.
maybe I'm gonna burn all 3 of my remaining sorcery points to give myself an extra 3rd level spell slot, to
Nice.
cast empowered spell and to cast careful spell, and I'm gonna throw a fireball in here. Rose is unhappy.
But we've got them webbed up.
Fireball!
for
That's a terrible idea.
Go
Do
for
it, do it, do it, do it. Oh, you madman. I love it.
They automatically fail the dexterity throws too because they're webbed up and charmed.
Oh my
And
gosh.
let's see, I can reroll up to 4 of those. I can't see what all of them are.
You
You
got
can.
2,
You
3,
can.
3, 1, 2, 4, 4, 3.
All right, I'll reroll the 2 2s, the 1, and the
And
3.
Poor orphans.
These poor children.
Well, they're not inside the building anymore. They're just
they
not
never
gonna have a
will
home.
be again. 'Cause
They didn't have a home before, and now they're really not gonna have a home.
Worried about Maya going in. Freaking Rose is running. Oh my god.
Oh
Whoa!
God.
Ooh,
Yeah, so,
that's
like, there's-
18 plus, or is that just 18?
Uh,
that's the damage.
That's
right?
So hold up, we gotta fix him. So he re-rolled a 1, 2 2s, and a 3.
yeah,
So he still has the 2 4s and a 3.
Yeah.
2 3s. Those
So-
were 3 3s.
2 4s, 2 3s. So add the 2 4s and 2 3s to the 18.
Oh, it's
So-
even worse.
Oh god.
So 32 damage.
Yeah, so Rose walks in there. There's like
Jeez.
a weird glow to her eyes. There's like almost a mist type thing coming off of it. And when she does the thing where she writes with the focus, there's like the sparks are flying. She's doing like angry slashes with it, and it makes the sigil. And just this enormous blue and green fireball blasts out.
Yeah, this blue and green fireball blast out. It hits the spider webbing. The spider webbing goes up in this green flame and burns the Muppets. The Muppets just fizzle away and dissipate. They, instead of like the gray steam that they were, it's like they meld with the green of your fire, and they just kind of like mesh, and they almost turn into a ball of fire themselves, and then poof. The rock creature that is there is now broken loose of the webbing, but there's this fire piercing into the crevices of its rocks. It's still barely alive, as like parts of it start crumbling off in this green flame around it, and like the rock itself, the parts that fall down to the ground are like charred with green. It looks weird. But all that's left in the room is just this green fire. Does it leave fire bits?
Webs are flammable, so everywhere where there was a web is now just fire.
Yes, and the couches are all on fire, and like they had wood flooring and wood.
Yep,
Yeah,
Good job.
not looking good.
everything's
Good
on
job.
fire in this room. It's like a green flaming ball of madness, and it'll slowly, I think, creep. Couches, yeah.
Do this-
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yep.
the spider webs technically count as being worn. Because if
And-
it counts as them being worn, they don't catch on fire.
Oh.
Nope, it specifically says
think
they're
they-
flammable.
Yeah, they're
I've been put in the
flammable.
chat
Well,
too.
yeah, but so are like wooden shields and most clothes. But if they're being worn, apparently they don't catch on fire. I don't know why.
No, but spider
That's
webbing wouldn't. It
yeah,
actually, I think it's
yeah.
it's
That's what
vulnerable
it's
to
for.
fire. It's vulnerable for fire. Yeah, so that's Rose's turn. Maya, what do you want to do? And Mortimer, what do you want to do?
I'd stand there gaping at the giant fire that is now the orphanage.
Yep.
Like, what
The orphanage is now on fire.
Ah.
Well, let's just finish off the earth elemental. And I cast another magic missile at him.
You're gonna have to run into the building.
Yeah, I'm standing next to Rose.
Okay. I don't know how far your magic missile goes.
120 feet.
Yeah, you can totally do it from 120 feet.
7 more force damage for the earth elemental.
7 more. Ooh. It is like barely alive.
I was like, yeah. I was like, I think Maya, despite the fact everyone's telling her to stay out, she's gonna go in and try to hit it if possible.
Are you gonna try to? Oh well, are you trying to melee it?
Yeah.
Even if you dash, you will just make it to them. Like they're casting from 120 feet, barely making it, like hitting it. So if you want to run in there, you will only like. I don't even think you can run that far. What's your speed?
It's 30.
Yeah, so you'd only get to like halfway into. You'd get to like where the foyer ends, and into like you'd be able to stand where you can see the living room. Right, that's where you'd be. Yeah.
Okay. No, I'll be okay with that.
Okay. You can run to that spot though if you want.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, you run to the edge. You're like, you run in, and the closer you get, the more this like green flame you can feel. Like, is it hot?
I imagine so.
Yeah, you feel like this warmth as you get closer into the room, and it is going to be the monster's turn, and then it'll be Brodalok up on deck. The monster, what does he do? He is going to like move forward and slam his fist on the ground twice towards you, Brodalok.
Sounds good.
He takes 2d4 damage from the fire. Remember, he starts his round.
Oh
in the
yeah,
web.
yeah, he does take 2d4. Let's see. Do you want to roll your fire damage for me, Rose?
No, this is
right.
the web that's fire.
Oh, 5.
So that's 5 more fire damage.
Actually, he lifts his fist in the air, and then he falls apart. He had 1 HP left.
It's like the thumbs up in the lava.
Yeah, when you hit him, I was like, oh my god, you just 1 HP away. 1 HP away. Yeah, he lifts his fists up and he goes to like hammer down it at Brodalok, but then he just kind of like fizzles and the rocks start falling off. And then he's just this pile. And then Brodalok, you quickly feel the heat, and the other guard looks at you and he's like, we need to get out of here, and he kind of like grabs at you to kind of move you.
Like takes the alchemy jug out.
You're gonna remind me that he had a nat of 20? He already used his nat 20.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah. He used it to run.
He used it to run to get the
Because
guards.
it has to be, they have to use it as their next turns. But if they have an natty 1 and a natty 20, they can choose what they want to use.
I'm surprised I didn't get a nat 1 on the...
You did say 1 for Brodalok and 1 for the elemental, but you only donated 20? Did. But even with a nat 20, he can't, the creature wouldn't be able to do anything, because on his first turn, the start of his turn, the start of the earth elemental's turn, he has to take the damage first, and then he gets to attack. But thank you, you did give him a nat 20, you're right.
Probably give it to the next ad that shows up.
Good. But you're out of combat now. You all can do whatever it is that you want. But the guard is kind of trying to calm you down, Brodalok, and get you to...
Oh, he's calmed down.
I
now.
turn towards the kids with the giant burning orphanage behind me, and I say, "We did it! We saved the orphanage! Hooray!"
I think Rose is now looking like she was the one that was in a rage. Like her hair is all everywhere, and she's just going.
And that
Did
is
you
how we're
see that,
ending this
We did it.
episode.
We did it! We saved the orphanage!
Oh, you're giving me so much crap about
Saving
breaking
the
it in.
orphanage.
Rose burns it down. Y'all gave me so much crap.
I think this episode is going to be saving the orphanage, but like the quotes around saving.
Yep. Nailed it.
Oh my gosh, you all are amazing. I love this, and I know this was hard because, first of all, I threw a monster at you that is a difficult monster, and then I was not expecting...
While we were already injured.
while you're already injured, which I wanted to make it difficult, but then Nerda made it even harder.
That was great.
Donating
I love it.
4 monsters, and I was like, oh god, I gotta look for monsters that have like low HP, low armor, because this Earth Elemental is like a lot. He's gonna wreck people. But thank you.
Units.
That was amazing. So first of all, I want to give a thank you to everyone who donated. So I'm going to go through that, and then I will go around and let everyone know, or let you all know, or let you all say and tell people where they can find you at. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. So first of all, thank you Paladin Hulk for the $15. Thank you Anonymous. We had multiple Anonymous, but thank you for the $15. Thank you to Totally Not Snaz for the $15. Thank you for another Anonymous for $20. Thank you Nerda for the $220. That is amazing. And old Mr. Frodo, thank you for the $10 and the next $20, the $30 all in a row. I'm sorry that my rock guy didn't get to use your natty 20. He said he was like, Brodalock and Earth Elemental both get natural 20s. Fight! But you all were kind of like deciding you were going to run out of there, which you saved the kids, so I think that was really... You saved these kids.
That's the whole goal of the show, save the children.
They don't have a home anymore because it is there were casualties.
Like the sofas.
Which 100%
great sofas.
Since Brodalock won't be here next episode, he's a carpenter. He would 100% be helping build the new place.
Oh,
That's
I
great.
love
That's
that.
excellent to do.
Aww.
I love that. We will have to
Yep.
roll for how well he puts the buildings back together, and I'm sure you guys can find a way to like.
Someone
you
donated
obviously
that
stop-
20.
You stop your fire.
Natural
your
20 to
fire.
the orphanage.
Yes.
Rose will probably be helping because I think once she regains her senses, she's going to feel really bad about burning down that building.
Mel's like, someone donate Nat 1.
Someone.
Yeah, when we come back with Cathanis on the show, someone will need to prepare a natty 1 for how well the orphanage gets.
Oof.
This was such a great episode.
I love it.
So, thank you to everyone who donated. I really appreciate it. You all are amazing, and it's for a wonderful cause. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, because this will be up on YouTube, if you're just tuning in now and you're like, oh, I missed this madness, what happened? We will have it up on YouTube for another premiere, so you can watch it together there, and then forever after, you'll be able to watch it and relive this fire. This very lit episode.
Lit fam.
Hot take.
So that'll be up there, over there, and of course I'll let you know when all of those things are happening over on social media. So if you do !social in chat, you should be able to follow all of those. You can follow Twitch here. You can subscribe on YouTube's, hit the bell so you get a reminder. There's too many things to do now. And of course, follow on all the social media channels at Margaret Crone. Super easy to find me. And the YouTube channel is Margaret Crone Plays. So, moving around, we'll go the same way we started. Paladin Hulk, what was your favorite moment today, and where can people find you at?
My favorite moment today, besides all the other amazing things, was how well Mortimer and Rose's magic worked together.
Yes.
Double stun.
Oh, it was so
weapon
good.
Fireball.
The cloak, you used the cloak
Amazing.
too, right? Like you
Yeah, I
pulled
know,
the thread
used the
from the
cloak.
cloak?
Like, oh, that's a lot of enemies.
That was good thinking. You
Magic
used the
missile's
cloak.
gonna do it. So cool. You can find me next on Saturday, where I'm joining a charity one-shot of Masks, where I'm gonna be the
Oh.
Transformed. It's gonna be super cool. I'm playing like a suit of alien armor that absorbed a kid.
Ooh,
I'm not
that sounds neat.
playing the kid. I'm playing the armor that ate the kid.
That makes it better.
Delicious.
And Sunday, I'm playing in my normal 5e D&D pirate game, which is apparently like doing well. So yay!
Yay.
For now.
Playing the straight man to a bunch of crazy lunatics, which is also new. So this episode was so fun.
Yes, thank you so,
So
much,
mu-
Paladin. I loved your intro too. I love all your characters that you always make. Thank you so much. It was fantastic. And then of course, moving on, we have Rose, who had a little bit of an anger fit and lit stuff on fire today. What was your favorite part? Was it the lighting things on fire part? And then of course, where can people find you at?
I usually do like the lighting things on fire parts. Also, yeah, I got to be terrifying for a minute. The horrible fire chicken lady.
The angry fire chicken.
The
I am
angry
the chicken
fire
dragon.
chicken. Oh my god. I wonder
You're
if the rolls...
you're cockatrice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if the rolls will just continually make you more like a chicken, like it did me.
Oh my god,
Shark.
we found our new Garrett.
Oh no.
But Garrett's
So-
hands were still like hands, and then he had the wings because he had his were different than yours. Yours
Yeah.
was legit. It said that you turned your arms and legs turned into that of a chicken. Like that's legit what it said.
I just want to point out, so Mortimer's wife's name is Wendy. Rose became a spicy chicken nugget. They're coming back.
Conspiracy. You know what? Wendy's spicy
by
chicken
Wendy's.
nuggets are freaking delicious. Bring
know.
them
Are
back.
they?
They're back. They're coming back.
For real?
Yeah, they announced
I
it.
made it
Yes. Wendy,
Oh
we
my
are not
God.
sponsored by Wendy's whatsoever, but Wendy's. If you want to sponsor me, I love spicy chicken nugs.
Nugs
sorry.
are great.
So good.
Stan, we are taking up your time. Where can people find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at S_Delone and on the Space Vikings Discord server. Come
Awesome.
say hi if you want.
Thank you so much. I am loving. Oh my god, I love how that was scary. It was awesome.
That
She
was
just
terrifying.
badass.
The whole episode.
Moving on to Maya, played by Tech Breezecon. Tell us what your favorite moment was and where people can find you.
I think just that whole, my favorite moment honestly was just that whole fight. Yeah, I think because that's the first time I had a character actually get death rolled. I was like, oh, that was interesting. But anyway.
Yeah, you almost died. You almost lost your life. You almost lost a character in episode 3. Season 1, there were no deaths.
I kind of died once.
Oh yeah, you brought back to life by your own hair, I think, or something.
I think it was the hail that killed me.
Yeah, it was a ball of hail hit him, felt bad, and then brought him back. It was like... But anyway, yeah, I'm a Tech Priest-Con across the board, and I usually lurk in the Space Vikings Discord, so...
I am glad we got a donation to bring you back to life because I was a little worried for you.
I was like...
And I love the Maya and Rose duo. As much as I would love to see how Rose reacts to her sister dying, because I'm sure that would be a train wreck of its own. I'm glad that we get to see more of Maya and maybe some progression of that character as well. Thank you so much. And moving on to our last but not least character, we have Broadlock, played by Cathanis, the hero, who's going to rid the world of sin. Tell us what your favorite moment was tonight and where people can find you at.
Honestly, it wasn't most like an in-game moment. It was the chat and all of their jokes and puns they were doing the entire time that had me crying, laughing. They were so good. Like that was my favorite part. Like the game was amazing. Yeah, the Musai. I'm paring down the Musai. Frank has had me give the ability to make water to wine because the alchemy jug. I'm a carpenter. All I need is a freaking ring of water walking.
You can have it. Someone can donate $20, and if you put in the comments that you want a ring of water walking for Brodalock, I can make that happen.
I'll just be the Messiah, and then it's gonna happen.
You gotta run around with a
I
toga.
think it's 20, right?
Oh my
20 for a
God.
magic item? Yeah.
But that was
Moosified.
Huh?
So just make sure you don't get moosified.
Moose. Oh no. But yeah, that was. God, that had me the chat had me cracking up all night. That was great. But yeah, y'all can find me at Like This Gaming on Twitch. I actually plan on streaming some with my buddy streaming some Siege tomorrow. So do some Rainbow Six Siege ranked if y'all want to play.
Oh my god, nailed to a steak. Done.
Okay, no one's ever going to beat that one.
Yeah, that was really good.
amazing.
Thank you,
I had
Frodo.
something, but that nailed to the steak. No,
Was it medium?
it was medium well.
Maybe it was a rare joke. It's fine.
I was going to, if I got the killing blow at Elemental, I was gonna say, because I'm a cowboy. I was gonna say you've yeed your last haul. But
You don't need your last haul.
but
Oh
you
my
can find
gosh.
me at you can find me at the Cathanis on Twitter. You can find me at Cathanis on Facebook, and you can find me at Austin_Atkins on Instagram. So it should all be on my Twitch page. So if you try to find me anywhere else, and then yeah, it's all on my Twitch page. So just go to Cathanis Gaming.
Awesome. Well, thank you all again for donating your time, and thank you for all of the donations. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube or at a later date on the Twitch VOD or whatever, wherever you may be watching this, you can still donate over at our link, !Jude or St Jude in the chat on Twitch, and of course, it'll be down in the fold if you're watching on YouTube. And the rewards are there. You can still donate. They will affect the next session. So if you donate in the time frame between now and the next session, I can have some stuff prepared in advance. So thank you all. I think we are at $837, which is awesome. We're
Dang.
so close to that 1,000 mark, which would
In
be
3
rad.
episodes.
In 3 episodes.
Nuts.
Yeah.
You know, I thought we were going to do a little worse this episode than last episode, because last episode we did great. We did even better.
Yeah, it was even more.
Yeah, it was blown out of the water. This episode was crazy.
Yeah.
Quality.
So thank you all. We will see you next week for more SVK for Kids. Next week we have a full session of new characters, but staying with us will be Maya, I believe. Thankfully, since she survived, otherwise he would have had to. Tech Priest might have had to make a new character.
Well, I already have
We're
3
up 1 hit
ideas.
point. Get back in there.
I already have
And-
3 ideas backed up in case Maya kaputs, so it's fine.
Nice. Well, you never know with wild magic. The viewers might try to just murder everybody. So I just do want to say that next week we will get to find out what happened to Illikin, aka Snaz 2150's character. The last we saw of him, he walked out of the inn and was never seen again. But what little glimpse we did see was that wild magic took him to a
Wild
sacrificial
place.
altar. That's all you know. So, you know, it'll be fine. We'll see you all next week for more lovely action. Toodaloos.
Bye.
Bye.